All right. What'd you think? Pretty cool? Yeah, I thought so. I like it. It's pretty neat. And of course, the music of Carl Casey, White Bad Audio, man. I mean, the guy is amazing. He's amazing. And hey, Jeff, how are you? Awesome stuff. And of course, footage provided by moi. Yeah. Crop circles. Circle those crops. Exactly. I wish that phenomena was close to here. Unfortunately, there have not been any that I know of close to here. Crop circles, at least, probably for the 20 years that I've been out this way, I have not heard about any crop circles. Not to say there hasn't been any, but hey, Julie, I don't think there have been. But Canada has had its fair share of crop circles over the years, because let's face it, Canada's huge, and wheat fields are in abundance. Yeah, no stomper boards in Canada. There's a stomper board shortage. Yeah. Or is it maybe the aliens don't want to come to Canada? I don't know. Well, that's not true, but that's another story. Hey, Sue, how are you? But had some time this evening. Figured I'd come in here. I wanted to do an after show for the third episode of the Dark Woodlot, which you saw there. The footage is some stock footage from the Dark Woodlot. Um, yeah, they come and steal the maple syrup. Exactly. um, so, as I mentioned, the third episode is kind of like a filler, kind of to move things along and into a later in the season. I mean, uh we shot a few evenings, nights, days, whatever nights in late fall, early winter. And you really get to see what the woodlot looks like because no more foliage. The foliage is not as dense, and the beauty of the colors are gone. Well, kind of. I mean, the kind is still there, but whatever. But we're bundled up. It's cold, but you get to see. Hey, Stephen, how are you? You get to see the remnants of things that used to be there, now gone. Old tires everywhere, tire mounds everywhere. And something that happened when we were there, an unusual phenomenon. Well, not unusual, but kind of makes you think. What the hell is going on in this little place? It's not huge. It's not a big woodlot. It's not big at all. But it's the land, it's the area that gives off this crazy vibe. And as you've seen, from the previous episodes, the first couple, and even the third mentioned, the mysterious wailing. It's blood curdling. And I was only able to capture it once on audio, and it's unfortunately I can't really bring it up enough. I can put it in an episode, but you really, really have to pay attention. It's really, really tough to hear, and it really sucks. I wish I had uh, a better sample of the wailing. It was just blood curdling. And as you listen to, the episodes, so you kind of hear it in the background. So I mean, if you go back and watch the episodes, you kind of hear that wailing in the background. It almost sounds like wind, but it's kind of weird. There's no wind. I mean, strong enough that would make that kind of wailing sound. Like the wind going through the trees. There's not enough. I mean, there was one evening that we were there. It was like that, but I mean, for the most part, it just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. And when it was windy, we didn't even hear the wailing. Hey, Tim, how are you? We didn't even hear the wailing. What is the wailing? Mm. Well, I could give you, you know, theories. I don't want to give away exactly because it's playing out in the episodes. Is it the woman in gray? Is it the woman, the anomaly that Dr. Demon Gord and I saw? Who knows? I mean, when we saw it, it appeared literally after the wailing, right after the wailing, which was kind of weird. Jonathan, how are you? So I don't know. Is it? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It's there. Environmentally generated. I don't know. Trying to put it up against some of the other, ambient noises throughout the night and the time that we've been there. But it just doesn't add up. They just don't. The recreation isn't there. At least not yet. And don't forget, this coming late September, we were going back into the woodlot to shoot 3 or 4 more episodes. So it's just an Joe, I'm out of here. Sorry. What's up, Joe? You okay? Everything good? Take care. Good to see you. I mean, it's just it's an anomaly that it's made itself present, but I mean, explanation wise, mm, I thought maybe it was some sort of animal, bird, or anything like that, but no. We had turkey vultures, we heard owls, and I mean, we all know what how owls sound like. Wailing. Yeah. Yeah, wailing. Aliens. Different frequency. Who knows? Who knows? But why would aliens be interested in that little plot of land? Well, it's not little, it's huge. But the woodlot itself isn't big. No, I didn't think so, Joe. I was just seeing if everything's okay, buddy. Hey Sab, how are you? Good to see you. Long time no see. So I mean, frequency, different frequency. Alien. I don't know. It's interesting. Spirit looking for contact. Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. But what? explanation. Will there be an explanation in the upcoming episodes? Episode 4. Yeah, exactly. Ley line. And that's something I kind of looked at, but I didn't really look in thoroughly, Jeremy. I mean, that's quite possible. Um, I was hoping to have episode 4 ready for next Thursday, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But you never know. You never know. I say that now. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Oh, wow. Sorry to hear. Sorry to hear. Um, yeah. So, I mean, explanation wise, is it going to happen? We'll have to just wait and see, right? With the upcoming episodes. And yeah, so and if you, like I said, you notice this last episode was a little shorter than the first 2 episodes. Again, it was kind of like a filler episode. Um, let's see, Professor Simon. Yeah, that guy's crazy, eh, Steven? It's amazing though. It's amazing what he comes up with and what he talks about. So yeah, here, I know in the U.S. I don't know so much on the other side of the pond there, the big pond, the big pond. It seems like society is already gearing up for the fall, which I don't mind. It's my favorite time of the year, but I mean you go into stores now and you hear I mean you see fall, you know. You go into coffee shops now, and I'm not going to name any, but they've got their pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that. It's the end of August. And yes, to me, the fall really does kind of start for me in September. It really does. You know, of course, not for everybody. It's like, well, I just, I would just like, to finish off the summer. It's still warm out. Wow. Yeah, Melissa, I'm just looking at that picture. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Ah, hold on. Uh, yeah, crazy. Insane. Yeah, synthetic pumpkin spice. I mean, it doesn't even taste like pumpkin, but I mean, it's spiced up. Let's face it, pumpkin spice is not really pumpkin. It's, nutmeg, cinnamon. What else? Some other stuff. Yeah, I'll put the link up in a minute if anybody wants to pop on up. Go for a little while, anyways. Some fucking crazy dude behind me. I don't know if you noticed that crazy dude behind me. Yes, pumpkin pie. Absolutely love it. I don't know. Squash. I don't know. It probably does. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of squash, even though I like pumpkin. I don't know. And I mean, when you look at yeah, Nosferatu. I mean, when you look at the jack-o'-lanterns too, how we use the pumpkin here in the Western world and pretty much anywhere now. But I mean, what was it in the UK they were using that gourd? What the heck is the name of that squash like thing that you guys used to use in the UK to carve out? I can't remember the name of that yam or squash or whatever the hell it was. Weird. They're odd looking. Uh no, it's Nosferatu. Turnips, that's it. Turnips. Was it turnips, right? Turnip. I roast wedges and spice mix. Hey, interesting. Thanks for the heads up on that, Steven. That sounds really cool. Soup. Parsnip. It's like turnip or parsnip, one of the two. Mm. Let me just hold on. See if I can find. Here we go. Here we go. A rutabaga or turnip. Here, I'll just show you. Weird, weird, weird. It's an Irish. There you go. Irish. You know. There you go. Odd looking. Odd looking. Odd looking. But we're talking about a tradition that's been, I think it was first English. And it was called the lit foolish fire or something like that. Will-o'-wisps. And it was especially something I think in East England in the late 1600s, something like that. I don't know. But of course, it has its other sort of variations, especially over here. You have the German sort of traditions that have kind of creeped in and stuff like that. It definitely looks creepy. Yeah, absolutely. Looks very, very crazy. Pickled turnip or on a kebab. I just ate, and that still sounds good. I'm hungry. No, I'm not. I'll eat any vegetable pickled. You know what vegetable I like really pickled? It's so good. Is wild leek. Wild leek is so good pickled, and it's becoming scarce here because what has happened? People have overpicked, over harvest, and they harvest these wild leek. They literally pull the whole damn thing out, and it's really, really a shame because they grow back. They're seasonal. They're perennial, and you have these idiots that just don't give a shit, and they literally grab it and pull the whole thing out of the ground. And you're not supposed to do that, but they don't care. They don't care. They just don't care. They got what they were looking for, and they move on. Pickled walnuts, just porno. Mm. Green beans fried. Yes. I love frying green beans. Mm. With a little bit of panko, Japanese panko. Mm. Just light. Even asparagus in a light panko coating. I'm not much for fried foods, but damn, they taste good. Espe- Especially asparagus. Asparagus. Mm. Oh, there you go, Jeremy. I wish I had more time to do that this evening, but I just didn't have time, and I just, you know, I got in the door, just wanted to relax a little bit. Hey, Laura, how are you? But I figured, I'd come on here and just kind of relax with you guys, see what everyone's up to. Plus, I wanted to talk a little bit about the dark woodlot, which we did. And then, of course, our 17th season kicks off in a couple weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? And let's see, 1, 2, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks. Our 17th season. Bam. 17 seasons. It's hard to believe where the time is gone. The time has flown. Um, Technically, let's see. This actually September 5th is the technically technically. Let me think here. Our 16th year, but because we 16th anniversary of the show, but because we have the shows in halves, it's made it to this is going to begin. This is the beginning of the 17th season. And I mean, some of the guests that we've had, a lot of really good guests on the show. Hey, Tony, hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. Some of the people that we've had on the show over the years. It's been really really cool, and in fact, people that have been a part of the show, and a couple of people in the chat now. Obviously, Jeff, exploring Harley, who was filling in for Alex during his hiatus. And Jeff's going to be back on the show. We'll have Jeff back on the show, I'm sure. You're always, and if you want to pop up even now this evening, like I said, I'll open up things in a bit. Um, and of course, Jeremy, a good friend of ours, Jeremy, who's in chat, who's been on the show several times. Very, very intriguing, very knowledgeable. And yeah, Jeremy, always look forward to having you back on the show. You're always welcome here. So, I mean, I'm sure with the new season comes new opportunities, and I'm sure we'll be knocking on your door and seeing if you'd be interested in coming back. Um, and of course, I mean, Stanton Friedman. We never ever thought we'd have a guy like Stanton Friedman on the show. Stanton Friedman was on the show. You know, it's yeah, just a lot of the people we've had on. And I guess it kind of, reflects the times. We this was always just well, kind of just about the paranormal, but we've always opened up over the years to music and horror, cinema, true crime. We've covered. We've had the guys from True Crime Garage on, very popular podcast. Um, True Crime Garage. I highly recommend it if you guys are true crime fans. True Crime Garage. I do highly recommend checking that podcast out. You know, um, you know, there's just so many people. I mean, so many people. We've had dear, several we've had to say goodbye to over the years, and some really hard, good friends like Chris Hawley and David Ferrant, who some of you know from the Highgate Vampire scenario in the 70s in the UK. He was a really good friend of ours and was on the show several times. And his wife, his widow, um, um, Della, has been on the show. You following the Jay Slater case? Very interesting. Jay Slater. Why does that name sound familiar? Jay Slater. Why do I know that name? I know a movie, critic by the name of Jay Slater, right? Um, but Jay Slater, you're gonna have to fill me in with that, Steven. Jay Slater. Um, who else? Oh God, we've David Hess, the actor David Hess, who is best known for his portrayal of Krug in Wes Craven's The Last House on the Left. He was on twice. Really good friend of mine. You know, sadly passed away. It's been 10 years, I think now. This October's 10 years. Wow. Damn. Wow. It's crazy. The people you meet, doing this show, the friends you make. And we enjoy doing it. We love doing this. Especially now that we're on YouTube, but we still love doing the radio aspect with New Visions Radio Network. We absolutely love doing that. We enjoy doing that aspect. We have a lot of followers who listen to the show. We were just like blown away by the amount of people who listen to the show. We moved from dinky little network, not really a network, but it was just a free thing, and Blog Talk Radio in the beginning when it was free, really free, and you could go for a couple hours at a time and just some of the conversations we had, some of the discussions, and we like to call them dark discussions, and I think it's kind of soon we need to do dark discussions. I'm bringing on some people onto the panel, because we used to love doing that. It's been a while since we had a really really good dark discussions show, so I'm sure we'll probably have it sometime in this new season. Um, but we're really really trying to find people that have never been on the show before. So I mean, if you guys have any suggestions, if you know somebody who you think that we might like to have on the show or whatever, let us know. You know, let us know, because ah, just love it, man. I mean, this is the reason why Alex and I do it, because you guys, we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't be doing it still, I don't think. Life has changed in the 16 years that we've been doing this. Immensely. I mean, when we started off, I think, I don't think I know. We were broadcasting between 11 and 1 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time here in Canada. So what is that? 5? No, that's like 11 is what? It's like 4:00 a.m. in the UK, isn't it? Something like that. So 4:00 in the morning till 6 in the morning over there. But I tell you, I really do miss having the dedicated phone lines. The dedicated phone lines, and we've played some of the crank calls, some of the calls that we've gathered over the years, and some pretty interesting ones. I mean, you guys have heard them, and but I mean, some of the callers that called in, just it's it's kind of like it was kind of like listening to Coast when Art Bell was doing it, and these people calling up with their stories. Like the stories were great. They were great. Yeah, I know. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. I won't dive too much into it. I'll play a couple for you guys. I mean, I've played these before, but let's see here. Yeah. You gotta bear with me because I gotta find them. They're all over. Which one's this one? Here we go. Like, as stupid as they are, they're hilarious.
Hello.
I am Joey Jackson.
Okay. Hi, Joey. How are you?
I took a shit.
Get coloring. Hello.
I am Joey Jackson.
Okay. Hi, Joey. How are you?
I took a shit.
I mean, completely fucking mindless. But let's see. Oh, where are they? What's this one here? This one. People get so worked up too, Get so
487, you're live on Nocturnal Frequency Radio.
Hey, how you guys doing today? My name is Mike. I'm from Macon. It's a prank caller.
Just saying it. It's a prank caller. I feel you.
What?
Okay. Well, what did you have to say?
I just wanted to talk about apparitions I've been seeing in my house, but since you guys want to be fucking assholes about it.
Okay, see you later. 487, you're live on Nocturnal Frequency Radio.
Hey, how you guys doing today? My name is Mike. I'm from Macon. It's a prank caller.
Just saying it. It's a prank caller. I feel you.
What?
Okay. Well, what did you have to say?
I just wanted to talk about apparitions I've been seeing in my house, but since you guys want to be fucking assholes about it,
Okay. See you.
It's not the only time that we've been labeled assholes. Oh man, you gotta love it. But yeah, I'll play one more. Let's see. I have so many files I have to go through. I'm not gonna play that one. That was stupid. And then yeah, we had some really really intriguing guests. So, some of our favorite guests, Richard Palmisano, who's been on the show many times, and Jeremy, who's in chat once I mentioned, Chris Hawley over the years. Let me see. There's just so many. Let me just play the beginning of this. Where are you? No, where are you? It's in the beginning. Where are you? Is this the second time he was on? Hold on, let me just. Might be too long. No, it's too long. Okay, I'll play this. This, like I said, some interesting guests. We had some not so interesting guests. But we had, some people are just, people who love talking about the paranormal, right? And then we had these twins on that were all about the paranormal. Here you go. They're all about the paranormal.
We were paranormal before paranormal was cool. Yeah. Paranormal pandemic, paranormal realm, paranormal team, paranormal paralysis, yeah, paranormal investigators, paranormal unity, paranormal paranormal. Chris and I were paranormal before paranormal was cool.
That's a lot of paranormal, huh? That's a lot of paranormal. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean there's been a lot of. Yeah, you think so? You think they're into the paranormal? I would never have guessed. But we've had a lot of that over the years. But only in the beginning when we had a dedicated phone line. And we've been looking at some alternatives for the show here. And some of the are just in the US. I can't really use them here. Yeah, you think? They certainly do have some. But yeah, here we go. I will put the link if anybody wants to come up and talk paranormal. Be paranormal. It's all about paranormal. Paranormal. We were paranormal before paranormal was paranormal. Yeah. Do you think they were really trying to promote themselves? What do you think? They were paranormal. And I mean, you can get me started on that. I mean, a lot of people think they're paranormal investigators, but are really the furthest things from it being a paranormal investigator. Investigating the paranormal. And here's somebody that I think would be a good paranormal investigator. Hey, how you doing, Sab?
Hey, I'm alright. How are you?
Good. It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah, you've been busy. So, what have you been up to?
Sorting the garden out, making more electronical vehicles, etc., decorating the house. No,
Yeah.
not yesterday. Day before, I
Yeah.
actually fitted the laminate flooring in one of the kids' bedrooms. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't even want to do it. They didn't tell me the laminate was going to turn up. My wife had got all the laminate. She'd ordered 3 rooms worth of laminate flooring, all the stuff with it as well. Like, didn't tell me about it. It turned up, and I was like, "What's going on here?" She was like, "Oh yeah, I want you to fit this laminate." I was like, "God damn you!" So, but and I've fixed the shed roof again because the seagulls have been up there pecking away at the puddle that was forming, and they've created a hole in the roof of the plastic that was up there to keep it dry.
Wow.
I've had to climb up on the roof and felt it, like proper tarmac, roof felting. I put roof felt up on there now, and I've bitumened it. I had a 5-litre tin of bitumen, and I just, I sealed it all up properly this time. So all the skylight that I actually shuttered off to keep it dry over the winter, I've opened that back up again now. It's summer, so I had a beautiful day for it. I got up there and I was just like, get it all done. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've just been so busy. It just, you know what I'm like.
Yeah, you're always on the go. You got something going on. And so are we going to have time this year to do your Halloween decorations?
I've literally thought of that 2 days ago. You know what?
Really?
Because the kids have swapped rooms and that, I ended up with a bag full of clothes that they don't want to be sorted through the clothes and that, and I've ended up with a bag full of clothes. Yeah. And I was like, that's Halloween stuff straight away. That's zombies coming out the ground and people hanging from effigies, etc., etc. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Little kitty. How old's the kitty?
8 to 9 weeks old.
Oh,
We've just got rid of them. Literally this Wednesday, we've just got rid of them all.
How many were there?
4.
Wow.
But this one's taken, so was this one. Right, and I've just had them both sat. This is ironic in life, isn't it? So I've just had the dad and the daughter sat on the sides here next to each other. And she's a bit like, what are you doing? And because I'm here, he's a bit like tedious about the situation. He's all right. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But then I called Betty in, and I was like, "Hey, Betty, check the situation out. Father, daughter." They've both got the exact same markings as well, though.
Oh, you've got Oh, there she is.
Hello. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. She's always dressed now, by the way. Like, we make sure of that now. Yeah. Not a baby anymore, are you? Don't walk up. Did you hear farts? Everybody heard that, Betty. You should have gone in the hallway and farted. So yeah, I've been really busy. Like, it's been summer holidays as well with the kids. They have 6-7 weeks off as well. Like, 6.5 weeks. Yeah. All right, calm down, please.
Hilarious. Hey, Max, how are you, Max? Max Vision, how you doing? Max is saying hi, Sab.
Hi, Max. Oh, sorry, I haven't got chat on. It's still on. I haven't signed into StreamYard either, so it's still saying join the chat at the bottom.
Yeah, for some reason.
But yes, summer holidays, it's really busy. We've been off to theme parks and we've done loads of kids stuff, like, you know what I mean? So, like, Papa, stop bouncing, please. Mummy's in bed.
Get it all in now before it starts to get chillier. But I mean, it doesn't get extremely chilly there, does it?
Well, if you ask any English person, it's like minus 20 degrees. Like,
when summer's here, it's like, cool.
Everyone's melting for a week in the summer. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, it's so hot. oh my God, I'm dying. I might die. It's so hot, but it's not really that hot, to be honest with you. Like, yeah.
It's been really, really warm here. I mean, the last couple days, but I mean, for the longest, for about a week, it was actually very, very pleasant. Very pleasant. And yeah, now the heat is humidity is kind of seeped back into seasonal sort of aspects, which kind of sucks. But it's, I'm getting ready to wind down for the fall, for autumn, so I do not want hot weather. I do not. Um, for some reason, Rochelle, I know you're in chat, but it's not allowing me to bring you in. I don't know. Saying device is not connected. There you go. Now you're gone. So try again if you want to. And if anybody else wants to pop on up, just hit the link. Come on up. Jeff, if you want to pop on up, you're more than welcome. Let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, it's been relatively warm the last couple of days here. So, and it looks like it's going to be like that for the next little while, which kind of sucks. But
It's actually gone cold here for the minute. It's literally like the cold front started coming in again now. It's been a bit chilly on the evenings, but
yeah,
the way English weather kind of goes, especially where I live on the south coast of England, we get kind of like this little cold spell, and then we get like what we call like an Indian summer. So,
yeah, like here too. It gets like that here too. It gets a little chilly, and then all of a sudden, poof,
September. Back end of September, beginning of October sort of thing. We'll get like 2 weeks of like kind of calmish, kind of nice weather, and then it'll set off into winter. Yeah.
Hey, Dinkum, how are you? Yeah, South Australia recorded hottest winter temperature on record, 38.5 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
That's insane, and that's for the winter months. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's insane.
That's what I said to people. Like, you just because I've got family in South Africa. And when my cousin came over, I was 15 and she was 21, 22 at the time. There's Dad. There, you just missed him there. Did you see him then? Yeah, on the stool behind me. Where's he going? He's going up into the hallway. But anyway, yeah. When she came over to live here in England, when she was 21, 22, I was 15. Yeah. She told me she'd never seen snow, and I was like, huh? What do you mean you've never seen snow? And she was like, yeah, no, because your winters are like your summers are like our winter. Do you know what I mean? What you experience in summer is our winter. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. So you can imagine what the summer's like out there. It's literally like 4 months, 5 months, even up to 6 months of just no rain whatsoever. Like it's just dry. It's just
dry.
It's just dry all the time. Like quite mad actually. So I've known that obviously since I was younger. So, and I've travelled as well. I lived in Spain, and do you know what I mean? I've lived all over as well. So yeah, I've experienced a bit of warmer weather.
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced warmer weather, like more of a dry heat. Here you get quite humid. It gets quite humid. Like, I mean, we're talking in the 40s. At times it's gotten into this year 40. I think about 42 was the hottest so far. I think this year. So
I can stand up there properly instead of bending my legs. So, do you think the paranormal has an effect on the weather?
or does the weather have an effect on the paranormal? Who the hell knows?
When I say this now, I'm going to send some people off into rabbit holes if they wish to do this. But research is kind of my recent research that I watch on YouTubes and stuff like this. It's kind of led me into certain other little rabbit holes recently, where the planet we live on. I'm not saying it's flat Earth. I'm not saying it's globe. I'm not. Do you know what I mean? If for all I know, what we live on is toroidal. It's a donut shape, quoting the same punches
Yeah.
coaches. Hi, where is he when we need him? But anyway, what if we actually live on like a 4-plane celestial kind of like body? I'll let you just let that sink in for a minute. So it's like, yeah, what we live in, on the terrain that we live in, it moves around in cycles of 4 different kind of cycles. You know, like on a calendar, this is where the great calendar comes from, like, so to speak.
Mhm.
And the shift, the polarity of what we do actually sends us into these different ages. So like what we're experiencing as an ice age, you know, like from the previous ice age that we went through is now kind of melting. So now we're moving off into that next stage. And then the next one, because you can imagine like a magnet of 4 pier. So it's 4 points to a magnet. You've got 2 north and 2 south poles, obviously, which is, you know what I mean? Keeps it bouncing within that toroidal field, if that makes sense. So obviously we're moving around on that, like, so. I could go and find some links and find some references. So it actually makes more sense of what I'm talking about, like, because I'm just talking about it very descriptive. So do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can look at it from a four-dimensional sort of aspect as well. I mean, when you look at
that's what I'm. Yeah.
I mean, we can't perceive fourth dimension. I mean, we can obviously perceive the third dimension, three dimensions. But I mean, the fourth, it's like mind-boggling. We could sort of theorize what the fourth dimension is looking like and what it's supposed to look like, but that really, I mean, but yeah, that's a huge possibility.
That's based on the fact that we are 3-dimensional beings, and to therefore see a 4th dimension, you have to be a 4th dimensional being. Maybe the spiritual awakening is part of that 4th dimensional. And if you go and look at my Parascience Investigations channel, my other, not the Sab's Workshop, but my other channel, and you look into that as well. You remember I said to you months ago, like, I had that experience, that kind of a Kundalini experience, where I was the gateway. It's the gateway program from the CIA, and that's basically hemi-syncings, where you take the left hand and the right hand side of the brain, you tune them in to work together, because your left hand is the logical side. It breaks everything down to be just logical. It's just this. It's a square, it's a triangle, it's a circle, whatever, like that. But your right hand side is actually your holistic kind of side, which looks at things more spiritually, more openly. So if you actually connect them two together, that's what I was doing. Honestly, I've spent hours and hours. I'm still doing it now. There's like 20 stages, we'll call it, right? Yeah. I'm at, like, say, stage 7, so to speak. But when I got to about stage 4, through that experience is when I had this kind of like, I've always been into time travel. So, and I mean that deeply as well. Like, yeah, there's lots I can talk about. We'll not do that now because I'll spend a week doing it. But so I've asked, obviously, the higher conscious about how do we time travel, etc. It gave me an answer within kind of like that REM, that dream state. I wasn't asleep because in that moment of it talking to me, I was asking it questions back again, like, is this me talking to myself? It was like, no. You know what I mean? And it was like, I'm talking to you from somewhere else. And I was like, well, where? It was like, you couldn't imagine, you couldn't understand. So I was like, okay, so what's this thing that I want to say? Like, and it showed me a vision. It literally told me lots of different things that I've never even heard about before, pretty much, like, yeah. And because of that, I literally kind of like it. I went, right, I'm going to wait. I've got to go and write this down. So I literally wrote it all down, what was fresh in my head right there, like fresh memory stretch. I can't remember it now. Like, do you know what I mean? I couldn't tell you all the details of it now. So I've got it written down, literally there above me on this shelf with my paperwork. It's stashed in there. But you put all them details into any AI, any generative, you even go and search all the individual keywords and then put them together. My head was blown out. And the result is actually shown on my channel as well. Like, it's, I can't even, you have to see it. It's this wonderful orb-like structure with lots of interconnecting, weaving webs, so to speak. You know, the instructions given to me were, this isn't a physical kind of time machine. You can't just in this body step into this and it take you some. Do you know what I mean? It's not that kind of way. You have to be tuned into this spiritual kind of connectivity to be able to. And this is the vision for you. This is what you need to use. And I was like, wow, this is it was mind blowing. Like, and I don't care what anybody says here. I really don't care what anybody says about this experience, because to me it was real. Secondly, I got proof. Thirdly, I've even done the research behind the proof as well, like, so I can show you that what it's showing is amazing. Do you know what I mean? And you can do it yourself. I've given the information within videos. I've put the keywords in there. You can take all them keywords, put them into AI picture generators, whatever. I used about 3 or 4 different ones as well. All came back with pretty much the same thing. I was like, do you know what I mean? My mind's blown out by it. I can't explain it any other way. But that leads me into that when I say this spiritual, you know what I mean? Maybe we affect everything around. Have you not seen the videos recently of where the people are talking about where they've done these kind of gateway? And this led me down this path as well, like I said to you. This led me then further on. There's a guy who he shows that he's manipulating weather. He's doing little tornadoes, and he's actually showing that he's. Do you know what I mean? And when he stops, it stops. And there's no possible way that you can fake that as well. He's showing you all the surroundings. There's no fans. There's no mechanical interference that can actually. Do you know what I mean? Fake it. Let's say, like, so. There's no CGI going on or anything. It's just that's mind blowing. So it proves that paranormal within our existence, we bend our own realities into being what they are. If you live a life,
like a taste of technology.
Excuse me. This is what I'm saying. Maybe that there's an interlink here. Like, do you know what I mean? Where does that technology come from? That's what I want to know. Are we giving it trickle? Are we trickle fed a lot of this?
It's like you tapped into a stream of consciousness, a very Jungian theory. They say that all ideas come from a stream of consciousness that great minds have tapped into over time. And maybe you had a taste of that stream of consciousness.
I've had a taste of this before. I've been, like, Steve knows me very well. A lot of people here in chat know me very well. I've been streaming for a few years now, and I've told the story about I was 17, mum got diagnosed with cancer. I'll put it in a nutshell. 17, mum diagnosed with cancer. I was 21 when she passed away. In them couple of 3 years she confided. I was off traveling the world, so I wasn't even at home. But she confided in me in them weekly phone calls that I had with her to believe in her that she'd come and show me that there was an afterlife. 2.5 years after she passed away, I come home from work, level-headed, no drugs, not under the influence of anything, sat at the end of my bed, just thought bereavement came over me. 20 minutes about talking about my mum. The girl who was with me sat on the bed, cross-legged. She said, come talk to me about your mum. So I did. I sat opposite her, cross-legged. An orb of light appeared between my left knee, her right knee, floated between us, disappeared, and it was a plasma ball of light. It was like kind of soccer ball size-ish, just smaller than a soccer ball. Yeah, that makes sense. And it floated slowly, but what seemed like an eternity. And I always felt comfort while I was doing it, like someone was stroking my arm while it was happening. It was just bizarre. 10 years after it happened, well, in that moment when I said it happened, I asked her, did you just see that? She said, yeah. I said, what did you just see? Excited. She told me what we just seen. So that confirmed it to me. 10 years later, we've got a child together. So we're talking. I'm in France. She's in England, right? We're talking on the phone 4 days to the 10-year mark of it happening. Like, literally. Talking about getting our daughter a birthday present, and I cut off mid-sentence. I said, do you remember 10 years ago when we was at Claire's house? And she cut me off and said, oh, you mean when we saw that orb of light? I made it more real again, like. So, you know, after 10 years, you kind of start questioning yourself if did that really happen or what, you know what I mean?
Well, exactly.
So obviously I knew back then that there's, so I mean, everyone here can tell you this board sat in front of me. I've locked it. Oh, no, I haven't locked it. I've got it open. I've opened it. You see that board full of information there? Now we can talk about the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Hinduism, the Subbardo in between worlds, the rebirth, and orbs of light. The most cases I've found have been related to near-death experiences where people have seen orbs of light, etc. The Rosicrucian, the Hermetic. Honestly, this is just filled with information of about 20 years of me searching. Because I'm 43 now, and that happened to me when I was like 21, 22. So 20 years now. I've searched deep into this. I've wrote to people in Northern Ireland, the head Catholic people over there with the ministers, and I've wrote to them, and they've wrote back, sent me a Bible and everything, saying, no, none of that's true. That must be the devil. I'm like, no.
I wouldn't rely upon organized religion to give you confirmation, my dear.
So there's a lot I know about all of this, and I have dug a lot deep. That's what got me onto the gateway experience and doing all this opening and trying to find my own way of connecting to all of this again. I know there's a way. I know there's a path. I know I'm able to do it. It's just finding that key to that lock. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, yeah.
Mm.
The key, exactly.
The key to the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's what I say. Like, it's the key to the lock. We all have that capability. We all have that lock. There's like a mechanism inside of us that has this little lock in it, and we just got to find that little key that opens that little lock, and then poof, humanity will change. I reckon that's it. What if Elon opens one of these little locks with all this, you know what I mean, with this what's it called, this brain Neuralink thing. That's it, Neuralink.
I wouldn't trust someone who buys technology to put something in your head. No.
No. Yeah, but,
is that a kitty? Oh my god!
Hands free. Look, he's just jumped over. She just won't leave me alone.
It's I don't think it's a question though of trusting anymore with him. It's Elon Musk. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I think he is just the beginning. He is just the beginning, which is sad and scary, and and if he does, somebody wins the elections down south, he's saying that, oh, well, how would you like to be my so-and-so of whatever?
Guinea pig, you mean? It's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my father once asking me, years before smartphones became a thing, he once asked me, do you think video phones will become a thing? And I was like, yeah, because they already had that. It just wasn't available.
Speaking of Neuralinks, I think we're going to get another one right here. Hello, Max. How are you?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Max.
How are you?
How you doing, Rochelle?
How are you?
Good.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I thought we'd have a predominantly Canadian chat this evening. It's weird.
Hey, well, we're all part of the Commonwealth now.
Yeah. The Commonwealth, yeah.
Yes, welcome to China.
China.
Oh, don't start Max now. We can't start him up.
Once he starts, he cannot stop. Yeah.
No.
So what's new, Max? How have you been?
Well, good evening there, Max, my good friend.
In the beginning.
Hello, Sab.
What's going on there in Steel Town?
Not much at the moment. I took a couple days off work, got a little bit of a back pain. So yeah, I've been having a good time.
Wow.
I decided the best method was drinking, so to get rid of the pain. So I decided I'd come up and join you.
What's your fiery liquid of choice this evening?
We've got two choices tonight. We have Beefeater London Dry Gin.
Wow,
beautiful.
That was my last. That was literally my last drink about 3 years ago. That's why I'm on Joe about that. Seriously.
Would you like to see what I'm drinking?
Sure.
I'm so boring.
And we got a really expensive bottle of some weird Italian wine. So it's pretty damn good.
Bubbly
water. I'm drinking fizzy water.
Fizzy water. Hey, nice T-shirt, by the way, Rochelle.
Not drinking
It's so styling and
Oh
comfy.
wow!
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
talking about Canucks. Here we go. More Canucks.
Let's expand Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Who let him,
Back.
who let him on?
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Hello, Ali.
How are you guys?
How you doing, Jeff?
Let's bring a veteran to talk about Justin. Nah.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
He's
I could
sinking his
smash-
own ship right now, so
Yeah, he's been awfully quiet, but yeah,
oh my god.
Uh-oh.
he's been awfully quiet.
Especially what's happening right now. It's like it's a big crisis like that we are having right now. Like people don't realize that
What are you doing?
trains don't run. And
Hey, Matthew.
right in the middle of the St. Lawrence River Seaway, there's a boat stuck sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now we're completely fucked. It's like
Yeah, when does that start? Monday. So we're gonna have
Yeah,
a run
it's
on
just
toilet
about-
paper, right?
Yeah. totally.
Yeah.
they decided to. Well, it's the national Canadian National and Canadian Pacific decided to lock out their employees because they didn't came to an understanding on the new work convention.
Yeah, weren't they willing
Decided-
to work with it?
Well, now the government
Be right back, guys. Hold on.
has issued a
Proclamation.
referee
treaty?
to kind of decide something to come to an understanding.
Mean an oh shit alert?
Yeah,
Yeah.
trucks are good, but trains are
Better.
they carry more stuff than,
Yep.
than anything else. So
Mm.
we need our trains and living in Canada, having so a vast country, we need our trains. Trains are the backbone of our country. Imagine like tomorrow there's no trains in the US. Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
Here, have a
It
look
does
at this.
not
Steve.
compute.
See if you
Be
want to
honest.
play it.
It's not my field. I'm sorry. I don't have an answer.
The
I
roads are like
don't have an
all-
opinion. I don't have an answer. I'm just really, I'm sorry. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, me too. But it's like the roads are already engorged with trucks. So imagine now how many trucks are going to be headed to the. Just going through Toronto is going to be pain. Hooray for the 407.
Don't even talk to me about the 407. Ugh.
At least you have a way to go around Toronto. In Montreal, if you want to go
The government
around
is not covering my 407 highway pass anymore. And that's the only way I have to get to work or to a location.
Yeah.
You know how expensive that's going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, at least, like for myself, when I go to Ontario, I always take the 407. Now I bought the transponder because I was tired getting like $100 to $120 bills like every time I go to Ontario. And when I want to go around Toronto, I don't.
Excuse me.
I have to go through there because I'm gonna end up in the traffic, and I hate Toronto.
My office is in Barrie. I
Oh.
have to go there.
Oh wow.
So
Like, really? Oh,
Wow.
no.
Okay, Max, what do you got here? What's this? What's this?
Oh, this
What are
is
we
funny.
looking at?
Now, okay, I wanted to discuss this because you guys were talking about Elon and AI, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
yeah,
Oh, no, it's not bad. Don't worry about it. Not too much, anyway.
Max scares
Hold it
me
up, dude.
sometimes.
But this, okay. Now this is a channel. He's got 3 videos, okay,
All right.
somehow he has 6,000 subscribers. I don't know how that's possible.
They've been bought. They've been bought. You can buy subscribers easy.
So he's
Okay,
he's bought subscribers then. Eh?
or
Yeah, I was
or
going to say, I
he's
can
been-
math that.
or you've been promoting the video. because when you
Well,
promote
wait,
a
how many?
video,
He has
You're
6,000
making-
subscribers and how many comments?
Oh God, barely any. Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Let's see comments.
How many comments is then I can tell how many real subscribers he has.
There could have been a short on it as well.
Hold on.
You know, like YouTube shorts. If you get a
42
short-
comments. That's
42 comments, so he probably
Wow.
has only like 400
it.
subs.
See, this has
'Cause it's like
37
10% of your subs, right?
37,000 views. Yeah, it usually is, right?
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
well, I have videos that have high like view counts, low like counts, and low comments because I promoted those videos.
Okay.
When you promote, you have to pay. It's like an ad. It's like that ad, but
Oh, yeah.
instead of having an ad, they're promoting my video
Okay.
through so I'm paying to like I'm paying an ad.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm advertising my videos, but
Yeah,
Yeah, Sharpie, pay up.
I did find
will
it
give
through a
you
video.
views.
Pay up.
It
Very
will give
cute,
you-
Sharpie. I see
It
you.
will, it will give
I
you
love that.
views. It will give you subs,
Big fat one.
but
Yeah.
sometimes people don't like and don't give a comment. So
Okay.
True. Yeah.
sometimes
Okay,
it,
so that makes
it
sense.
can be
That all
deceiving.
makes sense. But this is actually kind of interesting. Let's
Do not
try to
sell
get
your
past
house
this.
in.
I won't sell it.
I'll sell my house if I want to, lady.
Now, I think AI can be used for good.
Yeah.
You're in a communist country.
But what happens if I want to do evil, Max?
Be written by AI.
With your digital
Everything can be
handcuffs
used for good.
and your facial recognition.
So they're doing some interesting stuff. I just wondered how this guy got so many subscribers. But that kind of explains it.
You're in a communist country.
But
Don't you realize? Just open your eyes.
it's actually
Oh
pretty
God,
good.
he's bringing up communism.
Don't you
Oh,
realize?
bite me,
Just open
guy.
your eyes. You got no cash.
It's kind of funny.
The government is
Like, he
taking
doesn't know
its
anything about communism. My family, I grew up in a Shut up.
Yeah, my ex-wife did too. She stood in lines for hours.
Like, my family's from Ukraine. Like, you don't know shit about communism. Like, shut
My
up.
wife grew up in Yugoslavia.
Yeah, you get it, right?
Oh, it's horrible.
Like, she understands. Like,
They hate it.
oh, right, but communism. Okay, like, where they lock you up in Siberia if you, like, wear the wrong clothes? Like, shut up.
I went to Bosnia in 1995. I was a witness of the explosion of communism becoming capitalism, and let me tell you, it can be bloody.
Yeah.
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 Shut up. Elon Musk considers a communism if he doesn't get a Starbucks right away. Like, shut up.
The guy I interviewed Donald Trump, so he doesn't know it.
I mean, he comes from a place where, like,
doesn't go into your pocket; it goes to the
he's
government.
a white supremacist from a white supremacist country where he can buy like X or whatever, so he can support white supremacists on his platform. Like, blech. Ew, yuck, blech.
I heard something.
I like his misogyny. I think it's good.
I heard.
Don't make me
something
smack you, Max.
I heard something recently. A guy compared Trump's politics to the politics of the Confederates back in 1861. And it's kind of similar. So it's kind of, is he bringing back the Confederacy or what?
What universe? What? Pardon? Squeeze me?
Yeah, in 1861,
Ah.
some states in the U.S. decided to secede from the United States, and it had a civil war.
Yeah, I think they're headed there again. You know,
when you check,
Barack Obama put out a movie
politics,
about it, so it's got to happen.
he wants to bring back some policies that the Confederates had, minus probably slavery, but
A chicken in every
Wow.
pot.
Hi, this is just pooping out, guys. This is just pooping out. It's fizzling out because you know why? Because I think everyone's exhausted. It's
I
exhausting.
know I am. Maybe I should take up drinking. I don't know.
I want to.
Take a weed.
I want to get it. You know what, Matt?
I don't know. Have you tried meth?
Matt,
No.
I mean, if you just want to forget everything,
I have some nice vodka here, but I no.
AI. Okay, so we're talking about singularity. What within they're saying 30 years. You're hearing all sorts of different aspects. I mean, do you think that's even going to be a thing? Do
I don't
you
believe it.
think you don't believe it? What about you, Sab?
What? Sorry.
Singularity. Do you think AI?
I was going to ask. I was going to ask this earlier. I don't think it's the AI right now. Oh, right.
It's not even AI now. It's not even AI. It's just a large
No,
language.
it's like animation.
Artificial is not intelligent by its own design. Therefore, it's not going to take over the planet like everybody thinks. Because all we have to do is really pull the plug, right? Turn all the electric off.
I still think it can take over the planet. I don't think it's smart.
Yeah, but the day it's not thinking for itself right now. You have
Not
to
right
implement,
now. No.
You have to implement data, so you have to feed him data.
Yeah, it's just
But
regurgitating. Yeah.
What
All
they've got
it's doing
now is
regurgitating information faster than we've ever seen it before. That's all AI is. It's just a regurgitation program that's doing it faster than anything we've ever seen so far.
It's just utilizing inputted knowledge and data to give you what you're asking for. I mean, whether it's like a really bad song or a poorly written essay or
it's when technology actually truly merges with mankind. That's when we become one.
when it can actually think for itself without
and there's only going to be pockets of it to start off with, so therefore there's going to be many more humans. There's going to be millions, billions more humans than there is the cybernetic, whatever you want to call it, the singularity occurring. It's going to be a very slow thing, and
I actually do think it will advance in about 10 years. I think people are misconstruing. They think it's going to take longer than it is, and it won't. It won't, because we're advancing a lot faster than people realize. And there's a lot of stuff that the government is not sharing with us. People are not told the truth because they will panic and take to the streets, and they will freak out. Max knows what I'm talking about. I mean, the technology that we enjoy now on a regular basis that we're talking with was available in the early 90s, but wasn't given to us until 2004. So think about it.
If singularity is just us merging with machines, we're already there.
Well, singularity is also just discussing
until we come to
a technological black hole that we can hold. I mean, think about that.
Yes. So what is the purpose of this paranoia being spread to people from all sorts of sources?
Very high.
Well, no.
Well, singularity is discussing a black hole in your closet, which is mine right now.
I get
what a
it,
mess.
but what I'm trying to ask is, what is the purpose of the fear mongering of singularity?
It's the same as when trains were introduced into our current trains. You wouldn't think it is anything, but when trains were first introduced, farmers across the globe were going mental about it because they thought it was going to kill all of their livestock as it went past. No, it's a roaring thunder. It's going to shock them half to death. Oh, I'm going to lose all my livestock, and it was a genuine thing. You can Google it, right? There was an uproar about
Actually, I think a good example of this, what you're discussing, is how we were told in 1985 that we would run out of gas, like actual oil. Remember how we were told in 2060 we would have nothing left, but in reality it's more like 2040 something that there will be nothing left. And we're going over to electric and hybrid vehicles and using different modes of fuel, because in truth there won't be anything left.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You might gonna have to get a grip because like there's no such thing.
And I honestly think
I don't see any dinosaurs dying for the cause. Like there will, you know.
What I don't see is what I do see is I see a segment where they see dollar signs.
Yeah,
because with
climate control and all
it's a demand, and you know, with the
It's
demand, the price goes up.
Batteries. You're gonna run out of
the supplies aren't even
the
there.
sense they need.
You see what happened when Twinkies disappeared? The Americans lost their shit and went around and bought Twinkies off of eBay. You saw what happened with the Americans? They went mental over a
Twinkies are the ultimate
Twinkie.
survival food. They'll last for 50 years on the shelf.
Yeah. I'm surprised the Chinese.
Do you see what's going to happen when they run out of petrol? They will lose their fucking minds, take to the streets, and Los Angeles will be gone.
They'll never lose. And look at Canada. Canada is their savior.
We'll get over it.
Oil. They can get over it all they want, but
we get over shit. We're like, okay, no problem. We'll find another way to get by.
You know.
Americans lose their shit over a pastry.
You know those tar fields in Alberta will they'll be able to supply us for hundreds.
We've been taking care of the Americans lose toilet paper, and what do? We're like, no problem. We'll make our own. The Americans are losing their shit in the Costco, belting each other in the parking lots over toilet paper.
That happened in Canada too.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that happened in Canada.
And I'm watching the news, watching them lose their shit because they can't get Kool-Aid, and we're looking at each other saying, you know, we'll wait in the parking lot for 20 minutes and we'll get it. Like, dude, get a grip. And they're killing each other over fucking dollar store shit.
I made myself a camping poo bag. This is my camping poo bag. Yeah,
poo bag
in the pocket on the poo bag. So you got wet wipes.
Wet wipes.
Yeah, you've got a wet wipes to wipe with, and then you've got.
Did you see what they were selling on like those news, like those like they're not CNN, but they're like the Republican like Newsmax and shit. They were selling like survival gruel in buckets. Gruel.
Yeah.
For people who thought the end of the world was coming, and it is still for sale. These people are crazy.
The end
do you know
is
what
coming.
a lot of that? Do you know what I believe a lot of that was as well? Was implementing laws and
like
rules
learn
and
how to make some like oats on the stove, and stop buying ready to eat gruel in 10-liter tins. From people who tell you that the world, the end of the world is coming and 1929 is nigh. Like, shut up, read a book,
No, it's
go
September.
outside.
1999.
We're doomed in September.
Yeah, everything is coming to an end.
Oh, don't say that. I want to enjoy my fall. Come on.
No, it's only coming to an end across the border. Everything is fine here. The world is continuing because, according to the Americans, they are the most strongest, the best, the most powerful in the world, and everyone else is living in caves with no toilet tissue and no Twinkies.
All empires have fallen. They will be no different than any other empire that has dawned since the dawn of man.
I want to have Diagolon. Have you guys seen or heard about Diagolon?
Diagolon? What?
Oh, this is awesome. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horror story apparently as well. But hold on, let me look it up for you.
I don't know. I don't believe 300 million people who will lose their shit over a 32-cent pastry that tastes like grease and dirt and has like no.
God, I miss
more cellophane.
I haven't had a Twinkie in a long time.
Yeah, and you know what? We're not missing much. You bite into it and you're like, why?
You know what? Actually, you know what? This time of the year, they come out with a limited edition pumpkin spice Twinkie. Oh man,
have you had one?
Yes.
They're gross.
I love them. I think they're amazing.
Pumpkin spice Twinkie.
More for you. I'd rather have a Joe Louis any day.
So
Like Jimmy's
Trudeau
a
lost his
showcase.
shit over this. Like he shit himself over this.
Yeah.
This was a joke by one of the girlfriends of one of the truckers during the trucker strike in Canada. There was a map on one of the hotel doors, and she drew out all the conservative states in the U.S. and Canada, and wrote out the word Diagolon on it.
Wait, there are no states in Canada.
Well,
does she realize that?
Yeah, there are provinces, but anyway.
Okay, just checking.
And apparently Trudeau lost his shit about this because it showed a split up of Canada and U.S. But he's been touting that dangerous ideologies like Diagolon. That is done absolutely nothing, Burger. Nobody.
Does she realize that we're still a liberal country? Like we're run. Never mind. Forget it. I'm not even going to try to the Twinkie community of the. Never mind. Okay.
But yeah, he lost his shit over this. Apparently.
Who is he?
Trust in Trudeau.
He'll get over it.
No, he won't.
Well, I'll get over it.
He'll get
I don't
nightmare.
care.
Yeah, apparently he has nightmares about Diagolon.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they are. That's how important they are to me.
Give him his blankie. He'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I sleep with a teddy bear, and I'm just fine.
If he
I have many teddy bears and kitties and all sorts of
provide
lovely
some
stuff.
proper shelter to veterans that sleep on the streets, they'll probably respect them.
Yeah, well, I have my eccentricities, but I'm not going to punch someone out for a Twinkie.
I'd kill you for a Twinkie.
I got my country.
I'll buy you a whole box of Twinkies. I'll buy you a carton of Twinkies. How's that sound?
I got my country tattooed on my arm, so.
You like pumpkin spice? If you got a P.O. box, I will send you those Twinkies.
I can't. They're a biohazard.
Probably. You could probably take the ice and snow off your
it's time once again for
the pavement and your driveway with those Twinkies.
Hanging out with our afternoon host extraordinaire, Keely.
De-ice your car with the Twinkie.
Yep, it's still hot, but it is definitely pumpkin spice season. How do you feel about pumpkin spice?
I don't love it. I like it in pumpkin pie.
It's the most important thing in my life ever.
All the drinks.
You're not into the pumpkin spice latte?
Well, sugar is a food group with like grease and salt, but I don't think Twinkies are,
Italian. Interesting. And so see if I can figure out how to.
They spend what? 3 minutes talking about Twinkies? That's pretty
That's
impressive.
like a cinnamon roll.
See?
I'm not sure.
Oh, did he actually sniff it?
Like, but it doesn't smell bad.
He's gonna snort it.
Smell my finger. Smell my Twinkie.
You just poke the hole and you snort that cream out.
Yeah, that's pumpkin spice, all right.
Yeah, it is. I think
Hey,
that's
Ollie.
my problem. It's always too much.
It's too strong.
It's like, come on, like cut off half of what you put in.
And the Twinkie part is not bad. The filling is just.
Is that what it is? It's the filling?
Yeah, it's the filling. I'll try
Shut
one more bite
The
just to see.
Twinkie part?
Yeah, the bread.
It's cake.
It's a cake, but the
Twinkie
inside-
part. I didn't realize Twinkie was a verb.
I
It's a
can't
sugar
handle shit like
filling.
that, but whatever.
Twinkie used to be an insult.
Twinkie.
Well, I think twink is an insult twink is the word you're thinking, right? Like he's
No,
a twink.
Twinkie.
I don't know. You had Twinkie and then you had King Dongs.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Oh dear. Thank you.
Hey, let's
So
go
which
to
one
King Dong.
would you prefer, Twinkie or a King Dong?
I reserve the right to keep my opinion to myself.
That's a
Oh,
good
dear.
answer. I am playing Walter White tonight.
I'll just drink this.
No, Steve, you're not. But the one thing I'm missing right now is my Space Raiders, my pickled onion Space Raiders.
We do got a thing in the UK which is similar to a Twinkie, but it's not.
Are you wearing a coat? Jeez,
And
are you boiling?
It's called a yum yum.
It's called a yum yum.
A yum yum?
Yum.
Yum yum. From Lidl, you get them usually, but yeah, they've
Isn't
gone
that a lolly?
a bit mad. No, it's like a pastry. It's like a twisted pastry with a filling, so it's pretty much on the same level as being a Twinkie, but different kind of like.
So you're getting
I'm a Greg's girl myself. I'm not a little person. I'm a Greg's girl.
You love a sausage roll then.
Yes.
You don't know that? Is it a Scottish thing?
No, it's a shop.
No. Yum yums, donut, the donut.
No, they're like they're a pastry, like but they're like.
It's something you have with tea.
Because
they have everything with tea.
Everything that
but it's got sugar on it. It's got like sugar and like stuff inside. It's like cinnamony.
Like you would like a donut, like has a filling on the inside. It has a cream, cream, exactly that. Yeah. But they're like a toffee. I think they're a toffee or banana. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a toffee, like cinnamon inside, and it's got sugar on it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do ding-dongs have cream in them?
No, it's like a dark, creamy, cinnamony, spicy goodie inside.
Well, I'm just, I know, and that's why I said it's not this. It's a different kind of. I don't know, like that's how I suppose that's our equivalent, though, isn't it?
That's more of a pastry.
It's flaky, isn't it? It's flaky.
Yeah.
No, it's a no. It's like it's like soft.
Sugar in it. It's like
these are more cakes.
No, it's like it's like a dough. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sub?
No, I don't.
What am I starting?
I can't describe it. It's soft and it's got sugar on it, and it's got goo and.
Okay, so
goo inside.
Let's go
Sounds
back.
like me.
Let's go back to this. Okay, Sab.
Soft, sweet, and I have goo inside.
Do you have anything over in the UK like King Dongs?
Like what? Sorry,
King Dongs.
I mean, if you look in my wife's top drawer, bedroom drawer,
maybe like a chocolate covered Jaffa cake, maybe.
Mean ding dongs?
It's not orangey, no.
Isn't it ding dongs, not king dongs?
They're like ding dongs, but they look like a ding dong.
I think king dong is something else.
No.
Hold on, gotta look it up.
No, seriously.
King dong.
Aren't like king dongs like they're chocolate covered with white cake in the middle?
Oh
yeah,
that's it.
King dongs.
Little Debbie's.
They're not dongs. They're dongs.
King Dong.
Dong.
I thought they're dongs. Like
it is dongs. They're supposed to.
Yeah.
Because of Don King, yeah.
I see him. I'm on it. According to the research, so King Dong.
That reminds me of a Jaffa cake.
Hostess chocolate
not
cake with cream was good, yeah.
And in the USA, they're known as ding dongs, yeah.
Ding dong.
Canada, it's ding dongs. USA, it's ding
dong. There you go.
Yeah.
That'll be a trading thing. That'll be a copyright trading thing.
Things you get from Vachon, it's like chocolate with the caramel on the top.
No, this is not a real thing. See, look at the advisory up here at the top right.
It's not a real thing.
That looks like something from Hostess, though. Wait, hold on.
Ding dongs, I think. It's ding dongs are real.
The ding dongs. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
You have maple leaf cookies in Ontario?
Yeah.
That's typical Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't keep up with all these stupid cakes.
Yeah. See, there's ding dongs. And those are with a warning, but there's ding dong here, ding dong. No king dong.
No,
I thought they were called ding dongs.
Ding dongs. That's what they're called.
That's it.
I was joking when I said king dongs.
you hit it right on the head. That's multiple heads probably.
Yeah.
This is XXX rated.
Yeah, XXX rated. Yeah, Japan has lots of really cool.
Steve knew where he was going.
Oh yeah, they have a Kit Kat store. They have
I love Japanese snacks.
Taste of Kit Kat available, and it's only in Japan that you can have that store.
No, that's
so cool. My buddy Angelo went.
Yeah, I'm just 80s full. Yeah, exactly. Full of advertisements for Twinkies. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? When you looked at the old comics too, the old US comics back in the late 70s, early 80s,
Oh,
they,
I'm
they had
stuck.
they had some really really cool adverts for
You.
Halloween
Cereal.
costumes.
Oh,
Huh?
the U.S. kids always had cool stuff,
Yeah.
cool toys.
Yeah. Oh, Dom's leaving us. Take care, Dom.
Take care, Dom.
Take care. Good seeing you, buddy.
Bye bye.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's weird. Thanksgiving's huge in the States too.
yeah, and it's weird
Biggest
how, you know, ours is in October, theirs is in November. Right? Weird.
Is myself frozen?
I think more people are interested when it comes to the American Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yeah.
They're not worried about Thanksgiving.
It's just shopping.
You know?
Let's go shopping and get crushed.
Let's throw that turkey in the deep fryer outside and have an explosion.
Yeah. And have the whole neighborhood go up in flames.
Yeah. You ever tried doing that? You ever tried deep frying a turkey?
No.
I don't think I'd want to do that. No. God, no.
I'd kill myself.
And then, you know, oh, man, it's so amazing. Like the portions down there. Holy frig.
Oh, my God.
You go into a restaurant, it's like, holy shit. Wow. I mean,
My latest.
oh, that is that. Oh, hey, dude. Oh, that's okay. Is that a miniature?
No. I've got to show you that.
Dude.
That's the base right here.
Okay. Okay, that's the base.
That's
It's very veiny.
That's the base.
Is it a gravestone?
Yeah, but it's like a graveyard.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's creepy looking.
Why did that look like Jason Goes to Hell?
Yeah.
He's dragging a corpse by the hair. There's a head.
I thought I saw body parts somewhere.
Oh, dude, that is so cool.
Yeah, I'll have to finish Jimmy's
So
Batman.
that was Jason Voorhees?
Yep.
Dude, that is so cool. How much you want for that? That is so cool. That is so awesome.
I want to paint this one, so I'll let you know because I want to bring it to the Halifax Paracon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going there. I have a table at the Halifax Symposium.
Mm-hmm.
So just breaking the head ASMR.
Uh-oh.
What you got? Nice.
They're trying to slave my computer again. I guess we must have pissed them off. Get that every once in a while when you talk about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You get that ding ding ding. Somebody's trying to slave your computer. Well, wow.
Friend of mine was mad at YouTube and he said, I don't care if they shut me down. I said, I'll get you shut down. He goes, no, you can't. And I mentioned a couple of things and his channel went down.
It doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much, no.
Not now. Not anymore. It doesn't take much. I mean, they really it's really sad, man. I mean, I
haven't done anything on YouTube for a while now.
You can't even say the S word anymore. People on the living themselves.
Nothing wrong with saying sugar.
Sugar. What the hell is that?
That's my glass.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
It sounded like a cowbell.
that means time for a refill.
I think so.
It's not even a
It's
glass.
not low there.
Refill time.
That isn't even a
Getting
glass.
low
That is
there,
a
eh, boy?
That's a tumbler, Max. That's not a glass. That's a tumbler. I can tell the difference in the sound.
It holds liquid. I call it a glass.
I know my sounds.
Thanks, Sab.
Even the helmet comes with glass.
I needed.
Whoa, that didn't sound
Don't
too
break
good.
anything.
It's okay. It's a tumbler. It's not a glass. Don't break that
It
easy.
was tumbling just fine. It did its job.
Hence the name.
Wow.
Just dropping stuff.
Are you
Oh, my wife's here.
drinking water?
Your internet belched. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's okay, Rochelle. Kind of going back to what you were talking about earlier, Sab. About the what you're explaining and the AI sort of aspect that came out of it. I mean, how does that make you think? Like,
Like I said, it's just another blip in the technological advances that we're making in life. You know what I mean? I reckon it'll probably within the time scale that you're saying, the 25-year mark, let's call it. I reckon it might have either fizzled out or just been used as another tool in the electronics that we use, if that makes sense.
Do you think that we could use this sort of tool, if you will, like AI, to try to sort of maybe use it as a torch in the night to try to explain some of the paranormal?
Maybe. Well, I've said this as well. Maybe the quantum side of the computing that we haven't cracked yet may open up some sort of window of us seeing what is potentially what we call paranormal or the other side, etc., etc. All them questions that have been long questioned. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, all them things that have been long questioned. Maybe it could shed some light on some of it. Maybe not all of it. Maybe all of it, but necessarily some of it. Some of it at least. Like or it might not do anything.
Or you can put us off track, like I don't know.
So mislead us too.
It could mislead us and divert us away from actually seeing the potential.
Yeah, there is good potential for that though, because the future of AI isn't in computers or that. It's in you. That's where they want to set up the AI systems.
Yeah.
And they're already doing it, but if they don't destroy the pineal, if they leave the pineal intact and stop attacking it, but really it kind of gets in the way of what they want is to make an automaton, a hyper intelligent human being with no emotions
that can be controlled.
Super soldier.
But if they would leave like the human intact without overriding the human thought and human brain, which is unfortunately what they want to do, then they probably could have higher access to information from the ether. But they don't seem to want to go that route.
I know a little bit about Rendlesham. I'm not quite as versed as say a guy like Matt knows a lot about Rendlesham.
Matt is the man.
Yeah, Matt knows a lot about Rendlesham and Ben Emlyn Jones. Ben knows a shitload about Rendlesham. It's a rather intriguing case. I myself don't know a ton about it. I know probably the base aspects about it. I don't know. Sab, do you know much about it?
Not really, no, to be honest with you. I know.
Yeah.
Series of reported sightings of unexplained lights near Rendlesham Forest in Suffolk, England in December 1980.
Yeah. And I believe I believe one of the sightings was an Air Force pilot or something like that.
There's supposedly portals to another dimension, etc.
Yeah.
There's all sorts. There's all sorts of weird stories from over there. Matt as well from Secret Vault. He hasn't even explored over that way and whatnot as well. Like, so yeah.
I don't know. It's a rather it's an intriguing story. I mean,
he knows a lot about it anyway.
Oh, Matt, he's the man to you. You want to know about that stuff? Matt's your man.
Yeah.
Matt knows about that. They were doing a Skywatch. Steve Wills was mentioning in chat. Unfortunately, they got rained out. It was too wet. I don't know whereabouts. Steve, if you're still in chat, where was the Skywatch supposed to be again? I don't know. Was it Wiltshire? I believe.
Yeah, Wiltshire.
Wiltshire. Yeah.
Wiltshire. Wiltshire. Yeah, Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
Not Wiltshire, it's Wiltshire.
Yeah,
we're not in Lords of the Rings. We don't call them shires.
Yeah, I've been told so because
our accents. Well, my accent. We just call it shire. Well, I don't know. Yeah, Yorkshire. No, Shire. I say even on Yorkshire, I say Yorkshire. I don't say Yorkshire. Yeah, I say Yorkshire. Yeah, Yorkshire. Like Lancashire, I say Shire. I don't say Shire. I say Shire. That's our accent. That's the way most of us actually say it. We don't say Shire, even though it is a Shire. Yeah, even though technically speaking, you are all correct by saying Shire.
Shire. Hey, John, how are you? John P. Adventures. Yeah.
Hey, John.
Cradle Hill. Yeah, Cradle Hill. Reputed hot spot for. I'll just put it up there. Yeah. Yeah.
There are examples of.
Go on, sorry, Max.
No. I was going back to the original subject. I don't know much about the ghosty or the Rendlesham. I looked it up, but I never heard of that one before.
Yeah, it's pretty intriguing. Matt's talked about it a little bit on the show, and Ben Emlyn Jones has touched upon it when he's been on a couple times as well. Rather intriguing story.
And Wiltshire, but sorry, I was going to say Wiltshire is actually quite commonly known for the crop circle situation as well. There's a lot of crop circles that are created in Wiltshire and its surrounding area, and Glastonbury. You know, like where Stonehenge is, etc. All them areas. It's very much farmland down there. You see, so.
So, what are your thoughts about crop circles? Let me ask you. What are your thoughts? Do you believe then that they're? Or
it's Matt doing them.
Matt will even tell you. Yeah, Matt will tell you. But at the same time, Matt has told you that there is some sort of.
I've got my own opinions. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the serum.
So anyway, my opinion on crop circles is, I think, some people do try and imitate them. Obviously, there are groups of people that obviously are gonna, try and fake them, etc. Matt's obviously part of one of the groups that used to do it back in the 80s, 90s, etc. Like, do you know what I mean? So, but no, they're across the world. The world's widespread, and some of them are so well done, etc. Like, and in such remote place, I don't know, like maybe there are vortexes of information sent down to us. Maybe they get imprinted on our planet, because look at, like, I mean, there's not only just crop circles, there's other markings on the planet, there's other places on the planet that seem to have just been, the flat plain of near Peru, where you've got literally a mountain where it's just been, near Nazca Plain, right, and it's just literally just flattened on top of the mountain like it's a runway, so to speak, like, and that's dated back thousands of years. So how did they do that? Like, how did they get it so level? How did they take off there's no debris left from it as well? All that stuff that would have come off it has been excavated away as well, like, to some other location. So
there's such a difference between the fake crop circles and the real ones.
Yeah. So I reckon,
especially in the grass.
Right. So what I'm basically saying is, if ancient technologies did exist, and there are possibilities linked within research that I do that maybe some ancient civilizations still exist on this planet, maybe deep in our oceans, maybe in the Antarctic, hidden away on some secluded place where it's all, to get me, like, yeah, that's why we have a treaty not to go there, so to speak, is because obviously there's an advanced civilization there that are like, we've been here since fucking day dot, like, you know, we actually put ourselves here and made it this way on purpose, manipulated the weather, like, do you get me, like, yeah? If they think things are going, if they think things are taking the mick on the planet as we are doing, they can just modify their weather system around the Antarctic, which therefore affects the rest of the globe and stops us from doing what, do you know what I mean? Like there's a way of manipulating the planet without actually showing yourself, etc. So within that as well, it brings you all back and it ties it all into, maybe it's already there, maybe the technology already exists, maybe we're kind of being fed it as we are, do you know what I mean, from world leaders going there.
That's the question.
Well, there's
the technology already exists.
Maybe.
And there are groups that are emulating it. They're emulating it. They're you know, yeah.
There's a huge difference between the natural crop circles, or the ones that are formed, and the ones that are made by people. Especially in the bending of the stalks, there's a heating up that happens in the stalk that bends it.
Yeah,
instead of it just being crushed over. But really, what those crop circles are really, they're high school experiments. They're like a part of your high school, but not for us, for other people.
High school experiments.
Yeah, it's like doing a high school experiment. You have to learn how to use the machines to make the crop circles.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. Like, yeah, so you can't just force a full-on technology upon cavemen because they just you couldn't put a phone in a caveman's hands because they'd be like, not even a caveman, even 100 years ago, even 50 years ago. Think about it. If you put this in somebody's hand 50 years ago, 60 years ago, they wouldn't have a clue what to do with it to start off with. They wouldn't know it was fingerprint recognized. They wouldn't know that you'd have to press that side button to turn it on and put the screen lock, etc. They wouldn't have a clue. And when you show them everything on the phone, even if you opened it and shown them how to use it, they'd still be confused by it. Like, do you know what I mean? We can't even explain exactly what goes on in the back of that phone.
No,
you can't.
Absolutely not.
You're just giving it. It's like and that's a different realm of possibility as well. Like maybe somebody else's incarnation of reality is therefore impregnated onto our own through that technology. So maybe so going back to like what we're saying, maybe the technology's there, maybe the civilization's already there, maybe the technology that they use to manipulate the weather leaves them imprints of what we call crop circles, them intricate kind of like vortice kind of, do you know what I mean? Maybe that's just like a residue from, maybe there is a firmament dome above us, maybe there is like a bowl of water, maybe space is some sort of a material kind of gel-like substance. I don't know, because we've never been there. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I do believe that there have been many civilizations here on Earth.
Yeah, of course.
I do believe that. I do believe wholeheartedly that
I think there still are.
And remnants of those and so on and so on. But I mean, yeah, a majority destroyed by hey, could have been a comet, an ice age, or whatever. But I do believe that there are telltale signs of intelligent civilizations here from the past. I mean, what is that place in, what is it in Turkey? Glopi, I can never say it.
Gobekli Tepe.
Yeah, Tepe. I mean,
it's really primitive, but yeah,
primitive. But I mean, you look at it and say, for a period in man's existence, we were supposed to be hunter and gatherers.
Well, that was also at the time that the Vedas were written, where they had flying ships and flying cities.
Yeah,
weapons of mass destruction. They had artificial intelligence back then too.
Yeah,
they had a machine man that had its own intelligence, but it was it could be fooled because it was artificial. And
so there's a way to link though.
The example
There's a way
they
to link
gave.
it all.
The example they gave was it was in front of a battle, and a king asked him which side he would join, and he said, "The side that is losing." And I said, "Well, then you'll just go back and forth from one side to the other."
You know, they've excavated a good portion of Tepe, but I mean, they're not too far from Tepe. There's an older site, I believe, is there not? There's another site that's a little bit older than Tepe. And Tepe's what, 13? What are they saying, 13,000 years?
That's
Yeah,
young. That's young.
It's
They
young,
found-
but if you look at the timeline that they've come out with, that was during that short ice age period when things, were.
They found
What's that
footsteps
upside
of
down?
man on the coast of England that dates back to probably close to, I think it's not five. No, I think it's 1,000,000 years ago.
Well, we have dinosaur prints beside human prints. So how many millions of years is that?
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, we honestly, this is the trouble I have when they talk about, things like climate change. Yeah. Climate change. I mean, the Earth is all about climate change. It always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's gonna make
We
you
used to
giggle
have a
now?
really
Do you know
thick
what will make you
atmosphere.
giggle?
But you know what? The thing is, what they are doing is they're trying to control the narrative. And let's be honest.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
Let's be honest. They can't control Mother Nature. They really can't.
They're getting close.
Well, they're trying.
They're getting close,
They're
but
trying to. Yeah.
and I mean, when you look at how long have we been now documenting weather? 125 years, roughly, maybe a little bit longer, maybe not so much longer than that. I think
Probably First World War.
it's about 125 years that we've been actually reporting the weather.
Yeah, because the first weather reports were coming because of the artillery.
Yep.
So, because they had to cover the powder and everything, but mostly First World War are the first reported weather.
And weather modification, because they found that after a battle it would rain downwind.
Well, I mean, weather modifications is a whole different story. We're talking about, what is it, the Philippines or Thailand? One of the two, actually. I think it was 1903. 1903. They actually there's documentation about is it? I think it might be Thailand that actually were instrumental in weather modification. I mean, when you look at it, you'll see it. I'd have to look. I'd have to track it down again.
Yeah, I wouldn't know
But,
what to look for.
I do believe we had a guy on, Jerry E. Smith, who's no longer with us. But I mean, he was a monster when it came to weather modification and weather warfare.
Hmm.
And in his book, Weather Warfare, he mentions through documentation. I believe I think it's Thailand, in that region, as early as 1903. So
Every planet changes, and and we're probably in a place in the universe that human beings weren't alive when the Earth was at this position. So the Earth is like acting normally. It's like it's a planet, so it changes.
yeah, well, we know that. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah. So if anybody ever asks you if weather modification is real, it is.
It is real. I mean, come on. You look at Project Popeye. I mean, right there. Right there. I mean, it's been a given.
Yeah. It's been going on since 79 treaties anyway.
Yeah. You know.
Well, no, they're mixing. Afterwards, I will put them under the UV light. And
Yeah, there's a guy I watch, geoengineeringwatch.com, and he's convinced that they actually steer storms
Yeah.
with radiation and cloud seeding, which you figure would be possible because you can heat up the ionosphere or the atmosphere and use particles to sustain that heat for a while. So you can actually heat things up pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's always going to be in everyone's vocabulary as conspiracy theory, and it's not. It's a reality. It really is. And I mean, how long do you think that they can hide the fact that it's an? I mean, you look at China and Beijing and how they had to control the pollution in Beijing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They had-
Dubai, they tried weather modification and they really screwed it up. It
Take
won't
care,
stop
Cheryl.
raining.
Thanks for popping in. Thank you.
They're having flooding
Cheryl.
because it won't stop raining on them. They somehow they set up like a permanent rain spot, like a zone that rains, and they're having flooding in Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai, it's horrible. They're having some massive.
No, they're not set up to take
They're
any
not.
runoff.
They're not
No.
used.
No.
The country, the
No.
land is not made to get that amount of water in
No, God no.
so short a time. So they're
Yeah.
getting flooded all over the place.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with them.
The sand is so sorry, Mac.
I mean, there's a lot of places though like that they build in these areas and they know that the day's going to come when bang, weather's going to wreak havoc. Look at the amount of rain we've had here. In the past,
flooding in Mississauga.
Yeah, Mississauga.
Yeah.
You
we're right beside a Great Lake. You'd figure
Yeah.
we'd be able to handle the runoff.
But no, when you look at the old maps, of Toronto in the Mississauga and all along the top rim of the of Lake Ontario, and you look at the runoff. You look at the runoff. I mean,
was it
Toronto.
marshy?
Yeah,
Was it-
Toronto was built on this shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you know it was only a matter of time before this shit would wreak havoc. I mean, look at the Don Valley.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
a
we got
joke.
the Red Hill flooded out
The
for
Red
years.
Hill,
They had to rebuild it.
I mean, here where I'm in Burlington, even parts of Burlington got massively flooded.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Remember about 5 years ago, the lake filled up way too high?
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen? It's got like an overflow that regulates it, but it filled up way too high. There was just so much water coming in that it was like 2 or 3 feet above its regular level.
But when you look at the actual size of Lake Ontario,
it's fucking huge,
right? I mean, you can go back to
It's bigger than most inland seas.
the escarpment and more.
Yeah.
I mean, the escarpment is the escarpment because of water levels.
Yep. Yeah, it's about a mile back in some places.
Yeah. So I mean, we're
Lake Iroquois.
if we're about to get back to say, an ice age or a mini ice age, we're all goners, man. We're in a bad area.
Hey, I'm in the mountains. I'm good.
Yeah. But, I mean, us here, we're in an area that at one point was submerged.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah, under Lake Iroquois.
I'm still good. I'm like all niched up in the Laurentian Mountains here in Quebec. So I'm way up high, but I'm right in the middle what was called once the Sea of Champlain, that was covering all of big part of Quebec and Ontario.
Yeah, I don't think there's the landmass to hold back the water anymore.
No, because when the land
You
changed,
should never have that again.
everything went to the sea, and when Quebec opened up, that's when all the water rushed into the ocean.
Yeah.
And
You're
Emotion levels.
Hello,
goes up.
sir. How are you?
Hey, talking about the wolf.
Been better.
You
Speak
were
of the
washed,
devil, thou shalt appear.
You
Yeah.
were washed out this evening.
Yeah, I've been better. It's been a very fucking strange day, I can tell you that.
Well, you had the Skywatch, right?
Yeah.
And that was Steve was saying it was pretty wet.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, some shit happened. I'm just like trying to process what happened today. So many things happened today.
Yeah.
Like in succession. And I'm like, fuck.
Good things?
Are you all right?
Weird things.
Weird thing. Okay, those are fun.
Yeah, guys, I'm a bit shell shocked, to be honest. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Yeah,
You had an encounter. I can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm
You
okay.
sure?
I'm just like, what the fuck just happened to me today?
You weren't looking.
Too many things happened today, like in succession, just like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
It was like a day where you should not attempt to do anything or go out because everything was fucking up.
Turns to shit. Everything turns to shit. Yeah.
Everything went fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Big wrong. So wrong that I was like scared to fucking. I was slowed down in my car. I was like, I'm just gonna drive like an old granny because I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, something else is gonna happen. I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? So many things fucking happened to me today. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, when were you?
Shall I start at the beginning? Shall I start at the beginning?
If you want to, go ahead, buddy. If you want to,
okay.
go ahead.
Right. I don't think my brain's firing on all four cylinders at the moment because of stress. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I made some poor decisions. I made some really poor decisions and poor thoughts about. I kind of thought that somebody was somebody else, that they were the same guy, and they weren't. And I had to put an apology video out because I fucking.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that is just like Matt, how are you stupid? Is there something wrong with your head? Yeah, I think there's something wrong with my head right now. There really is something wrong with my fucking head right now. I'm not making good decisions. I really am not. Okay. I was trying to reach out to somebody and I thought that the somebody was somebody else. And so I was reaching out to the somebody else and he was going, I'm not the person you want to speak to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I'm like going, you are, you're just joking. You're messing around. I know it's a joke. And they were like, then, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I was like, no, you are. I get the joke. But they were like, no, I'm not. I'm fucking not. I'm like, but you are. And they're like, no, I'm not. I'm like, am I going crazy? Am I fucking going crazy? What the fuck is going on with my head right now? Why am I being drawn to speak to this person? Why did something happen the other night, which was very bizarre? I watched a movie, which was a shit movie, and I just went, this is so shit. I can't watch this anymore. And I paused it, and I thought, fuck it. Fuck it. I paid £3 to watch it on Amazon, and it was so tragic. It was so shit. I stopped it, and I went, right, I can't watch anymore. This is just like grinding my gears. I can't watch anymore. It's grinding my fucking gears. And I paused it, and I thought, right, what else have I got? What should I do with my time now?
Tell me it wasn't a strange brew.
No.
Okay.
No, but it had the word strange in it.
Oh,
It did
okay.
have the word strange in it. Yeah. I'll tell you a little bit more offline because this is personally sensitive information in this.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I don't want to kind of do what I kind of did earlier on and
no problem.
do something silly. Yeah, because I was working on gut instinct. I was like, oh, this is.
Well,
I'm on a roll.
I wasn't going to reach out because I watched the video that you put up that you wanted to take some time and just sort of, gather the troops and just kind of take care of yourself. And that's completely understandable. Yeah. And then we got into this fucking crop circle fucking conversation. I go, maybe I'll see if Matt wants to come on, but yeah, no.
Right. Well, somebody appeared in this movie where I paused it.
Yeah.
I paused it because I went, "Oh, this is fucking terrible. It's terrible." But there was a billboard on the screen, and on the billboard there was something written on the billboard. And whilst I was chatting to somebody that I then went to chat with, that was like the next person, I thought, well, I need to ring this guy. I haven't spoken to him in ages. And I made a reconnection with somebody that I hadn't spoken to in ages. And I went, oh my God, dude, so much has happened. Fuck. Dear. And I'm like sitting there, just talking to him and just like talking to him. And this movie's here and this frame is here. And there's something in the frame and it's written in the bottom and it's a name. And it's a name, and it's a fucking name, and I'm like, what? Why am I ringing? I'm ringing you now, and hang on,
coming up.
The name is somebody you work with, and I haven't even really had the energy or the kind of like it's fucking scared me a bit. I haven't had the energy to kind of like to be able to tell the person who I was chatting to, because I was kind of going like, your life, and I was thinking, why am I being pushed? I'm being drawn. What the? Why? What's this thing? I'm going to have a heart-to-heart conversation with a person and say, just ask this person this. Because for some reason, when I went, I've had a guts full of this and stopped it, in the background, but it's a 35mm print that's been cine scanned, and it's like, there it is. It's like producer, director, and the name. Oh, fuck, the name. It's no, it's just bizarre. It's nothing nasty. It's just bizarre.
No, but it was, like you said, just so bizarre. So
it's fucking bizarre.
What the hell?
Yeah. And I said to this chap, is he still alive? And he said, yeah, he's still alive. And I thought, oh fuck, you need to ask him what he was up to in the 70s.
In the 70s. Wow.
Could be just coincidence. Could be just coincidence. Could be nothing. Could be just bullshit. But there's a lot of things have been happening to me recently. Okay? Things are coming at me. Things are literally just chucking themselves at me. And I like, animals have been running out in the road like all the time. Yeah. And I've been killing animals with my car all the time. Fucking
so sad.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is new to me, but maybe this explains why a man who's spoken proudly about
moon conspiracies, whether or not they went to the moon. And I
Do you remember this, Matt?
I'm more into UFOs. And they said, oh, that's okay. We'll just come on anyway because we couldn't get the guest that we wanted. It's not my speciality subject.
Yeah.
I'm not really going to be able to do a hell of a lot for you. And I said, yeah, no, that'd be fine.
This was aired 3 days ago on Thursday.
Script. They handed me a script and it was like what I was supposed to say during the segment, and I said, "Well,
This is.
I don't
Oh yeah,
really
this
believe
is.
what you're
Yeah,
asking."
the big
Matt.
breakfast. Big
Yeah,
breakfast.
What
Here's
you'd
your
like to say,
script.
and they were like,
If you
"No, no, you
don't,
have
if
to
you don't
read
agree and
what's on the
sign
script."
that you'll say
And
the
I'm like,
script, you can't come
"Listen,
on.
if you don't, you won't
As
go
soon
on."
as they heard your voice on it, I was like, hang on, I know who that is. That's a
Yeah,
very
well,
young voice of Matt.
Yeah.
All right, Sab, how you doing, man?
Great.
And I said, "What
I'm
I
not
wanted
too.
to
I'm not
say
too bad, mate.
was,
I'm not too bad.
lots of times the person
We
who's
did a
Mate.
Skywatch tonight, and it
told
was
what to
rained
say.
out.
My belief
But
is
that wasn't
it
that wasn't
Yeah,
the whole part of it. Like I hit a bird, two birds,
Moon hasn't got any
and it
which
took
makes
the front of my car out.
Look at that guy. Holy shit. Look at that.
Look
Look
at
at
the mullet on that.
You got a mullet like I used to have, Matt.
Yeah, boy.
David Lynch.
Hey, Matt, if I can say anything, Matt, don't worry about it. It'll pass. Just know you're kind of back in your solace and grace, and you're in your little bubble. Just, you know what I mean? Now you know you're capable of preventing shit from going wrong and whatnot. Maybe just ground yourself for a couple of days and get yourself
I
back
just
to
need
normality.
to like
Yeah.
I'm not going to drive the car. I'm not going to leave the house for a couple of days because I'm just like things are just like gluing themselves to me. Like death and things are just like gluing themselves to me at the moment.
Did you kill 3 animals?
3 animals. You need to take it
If
easy.
you killed
man.
3, you're done. That's it.
You need to take it easy, Matt. You really do. I mean, you're doing a lot of shit. And it's just you just need to take it easy.
Right. I killed a rabbit.
Yeah.
I killed a fucking. I nearly killed a cat. I did kill 2 birds.
Oh wow.
Which bounced off the front of my car this evening when I was going to the Skywatch, and I thought it was somebody. I literally was looking at my windscreen, and I thought somebody was crawling up my windscreen like this, like hands crawling up the windscreen. It wasn't though. What that was my air intakes, like the grills, had been bang, and they were sliding up the windscreen.
Oh wow!
And it took out my grill, my air grill, and it took out the
Holy.
welcome
to Secret Road Rage Animal Killer.
No. I wasn't road rage. No, it was just like
No, the animals were doing it.
Yeah, but it's
they were just committing Harry Carey in front of you.
Yeah, and I stopped the car, and another driver stopped as well, and they said, "Did you see what happened?" I said, "No, I didn't. I just saw this thing come up my windscreen." They said, "Yeah, it was 2 birds. They're obviously dead." I said, 2 birds? They went, "Yeah." I went, "Okay." So I drove. So I looked at the car. The car looked okay. So I thought. But then I drove on, but apparently I hadn't spotted the fact that my whole grill was ripped off.
Were they geese or something?
Yeah, and then like as I drove on, more of it fell off and went into the car and went. And I'm like, oh shit, And then
well, you didn't hit a sparrow, right? Like that's something you hit something pretty big.
Two doves.
Oh God!
2 doves.
That's not enough to rip your bumper off, though. Surely.
Yeah.
Well, apparently so. Yeah, I've got parts of the bumper which will probably be glued back together, but another part of the bumper is going to have to be replaced. Yeah.
To be fair though, my brother-in-law brought me a car the other day, 3 or 4 days ago, and that front bumper was ripped off as well, and it was only cable tied on.
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah. Anyway, it slightly disturbed me because I had an accident on my scooter earlier on, and I did a flip, like an actual flip in the air.
Oh my God!
And landed perfectly with no injuries. I literally, the scooter bottomed out on the front wheel, and it went boom. And so I took my hands off the wheels and basically went like that, and then flipped. I did a fucking gymnastic flip, and then I went whoa, and that still hurts a bit, but there's no. It didn't actually.
I went down. career choice. The universe is telling you now that you've got a career choice to make. You have to be a stuntman. That's it. It's just simple as that, mate. Go now.
Oh, it sounds like
Right.
you should break dance. You should be in the next
And
Olympics.
I thought I might have caught it on my security camera because of where it happened, but I didn't catch it. Didn't catch it. No, because I'm and then my head was hurting a little bit later on in the evening. I was like, but I didn't hurt myself. I just literally I felt myself go whoa, and I literally felt myself like woo through the air, and I was like, wow,
Stranger
bang, and I landed perfectly. And I didn't hurt myself. And I'm like, wow, my head should have gone bang into the concrete and I should have been injured. And I'm not injured. Wow.
Just for you, Matt.
But then, like, there's a little bit of weird sort of like neck tension now. So I don't know if I did something. I don't know.
Yeah,
and then I hit the birds. The fucking birds. And it was supposed to be a nice night sky watching, and it was pissed out with rain, and everybody went home. So it was like, fuck. Yeah. It was just like, I honestly felt like I wasn't really meant to get to that sky watch tonight. I think something was trying to prevent me from getting up there. I'm just I got a spooky feeling about it.
Spooky feeling.
Yeah, I mean, we met some travelers in the afternoon, yeah, and they fucking stole my hat. And they wanted
gypsies. There you go.
Yeah, and they stole my hat and they wanted to sell it back to me. And I was like, oh, fuck's sake! And I just said, look, guys, I got loads of shit I can give you that's in the car that's recyclable, and it's fucking stuff you might want. And in the end, they bought me a fucking drink, and I gave them loads of Blu-ray DVDs, and they went, oh great, yeah, great, and then like gave me my hat back, and actually they bought me a drink, and I'm like, what the fuck? That was prior to that, and prior to that I was doing an interview with somebody about UFO experience, which was really fucking weird. Yeah, so UFO interview, then the travelers went wow.
Maybe
and
they were really
then
gypsies.
yeah, and then the fucking, you know, birds, and well, no, sorry. Then I did a flip on my scooter, literal flip through the air in my scooter. Then I hit birds, and just a bit like, whoa! I just need to go to bed and just wait 24 hours till this day's gone round, because this is a bad day.
Maybe go lay in the grass for a little while. You
Yeah.
know? Connect with the earth there. Get that bad mojo off you.
Yeah, today was hexed for me. I really think today was hexed. But anyway, there we are. I've said my piece now. And by the way, oh yeah, and by the way, I made a really bad mistake about putting some information out about somebody on. Oh, Steve's there. Yeah, Steve's there.
I'm here.
Fucking hell, Steve! I didn't even see you come in, man. I'm just like, I'm in shock, man. I'm in fucking shock. I swear, I'm in fucking shock. Everything that happened today is just like, don't know how to process it, really.
At least you got your hat back. At least you got a hat back.
Steve witnessed it, didn't they? Took my hats. Steve was a witness. They took my fucking hat and they were pissing me around.
What the?
As they do.
What is it with people that need to do shit like that? Honestly,
it's just a traveler thing. It's they like to wind you up. And the thing is, everyone says, like, Matt, you're such a fucking drama queen. You like to wind people up. Oh, you want to fucking meet some travelers. Oh, you want to meet some fucking travelers. You think I want to wind people up? You ain't met a fucking traveler.
How many people were you expect to come out for this Skywatch? How many people were you?
Quite a lot, actually. But I turned up late because I went back to look for parts of my car that were on the road. I thought, hang on, what's going on? I retraced my steps and picked up the parts, and actually I've got some of the parts that can be put back together and some that can't. And I went, yeah, okay. And the two birds, I got video of the two birds. They're on the road dead, but it was just like fucking, yeah. I don't know.
Insanity.
I just wanted a quiet night sky watching and say hello to people, and it was just like, it was just insane what happened today. I mean, it started off nice with the interview, didn't it, Steve? With Lance, yeah, that was fine, and then things just cycloned into like weird for the rest of the day, and it just got weirder and weirder and more radical and more. Ugh! And I just like, whoa, stop the ride! I want to get off, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that's.
Yeah, just saying. But I'm calm now. You know, it's just like I'm just going to stay in the house. I'm just going to keep myself to myself. And
Well, you've got dinner for 3 days now.
At least
roadkill.
Pigeon pie. Pigeon pie.
Roadkill cafe.
You can do a rare bit.
They still, I didn't even. Normally, I would pick them up and throw them over the hedge. I just left them in the road. I just didn't want to touch them. I just like, no.
Pigeon
pie.
No.
Rare bit for the Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not touching this shit. No.
Oh man. Well, it's like
somebody had to say it, Rochelle.
This Skywatch it sounds like a cool thing to do. You never get shit like that here.
I'm going to shut my mouth now. Steve, tell about the Skywatch, man.
So it's the annual Skywatch. So each year on the what is the bank holiday weekend of August, we always have a Skywatch. It's been that way for at least the last, I don't know, 10 years or 15 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a lot of the old guys from the 60s and 70s who were like big at Skywatching at the time and used to come to Warminster when it was regarded as a hot spot. So yeah, we get a few up there, but I mean it's more of a social thing now as opposed to any kind of serious sort of search of UFOs or you know if someone was to see, people do see stuff up there still now, but these days it's more about the old guard just sort of catching up really more than anything.
And I mean, you have to have shit like that because I mean, like you said, the old guard. I mean, if you didn't have things like this, the old guard would like kind of disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it's good to have stuff like this so people can hear the stories and hear what they experienced and so they can pass it down to you guys.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like Matt said, we trouble was tonight. It looked good. We did a sort of weather check before we went. It looked good, but then we got caught up in a couple of nasty showers, which sort of put people off a bit. And then there was about 20 plus people up there at one time, but then come midnight there, that was it. We all went. It was raining. We were soaked. We went and had a beer in the local pub there. So as a bit of a debrief.
Well, okay, so give a little background because I mean, not everybody knows about this place. What's the background with this place and why is it a hotspot?
So it's from so this area is a hill area, but it's accessible because you can drive there. So there's lots of hills around the area, but this one's the most accessible, so people can just drive right to the summit and park up. And during the 1960s and 70s, this Warminster, where we held the Skywatch, was regarded as the sort of a window area where you could see this stuff. So people have been coming there ever since. Although like people don't see UFOs as readily as they did way back then, people still occasionally report stuff.
Like how often? Like, you can go up there at any given time, or is there like a special time to go up there to witness something? I mean, how often? What would you say percentage wise of people like seeing something?
Well, I mean, like I say, look, people these days don't actually. You're just as likely to see, anywhere, any town across the UK as you are in Warminster. But like I say, during the 1960s and 70s, the town got a reputation of being a UFO hotspot. There was
Yeah.
hundreds upon hundreds of sightings, and then when those sightings started leaking into the local newspapers, people would travel from all over the country to kind of disassemble on those hills around the town. So that's where it gets its kind of genesis, really, of being a town where you could see this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Steve, have you got your main mic selected? Because it sounds like you're coming through the screen mic.
Let's see.
You should be a bit more rich, boomy, with your mic.
Just coming through these.
Oh, you're doing the Bluetooth, are you? Bluetooth. Oh, you're not. Oh, sorry, you're not in your studio, are you?
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm downstairs.
Oh, you're downstairs. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, I was like, yeah, sorry. You're doing Bluetooth. Yeah, sorry, mate. Hey, come on, confirm for me now, right? I wanted to be social with people this evening, and I had curveballs thrown at me, like, this is happening now. You have to do this now. I'm like, shit, this is I have to record this now. Shit, I want to go and talk to people, but I have to record something now. And that took me away from the crowd, and it's just like, fucking hell. It's like, what else? Somebody decided that they were going to share something with me right at the moment that I actually got back from all this shit with the birds and everything. I was like, got there, and he goes, oh yeah, I'm going to share this now. And it's like, but I'm just about to go and talk to people now. It's like, no, you're not. No, now you've got to do this now. You're not going to speak to people. I was like, it's guys, really nice to see you, but I've got something I've got to do now. Like, fuck's sake. Yeah, so I had to sit in my car and screen capture a fucking screen of somebody doing something weird. Yeah. I just felt like it wasn't meant to happen for me tonight, to be honest. It wasn't meant to happen.
Well, you're mentioning you did an interview.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's I don't know whether it's stirred something up or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I got to be honest, I think I did some of the finest drone footage today of this experiences place, and I think I really felt a strong connection with this story today. I was gobsmacked, to be honest, by it. Yeah, it's one of those, it's like a Bob Lazar type story. It's like,
wow, Bob Lazar, wow.
What the fuck? Yeah, not. It's like, it's one of those. It's like when you hear it, you go, that fucking can't be true. What the fuck? Really? And it's like, yeah, apparently, yeah. Yeah.
Is this the first time you've interviewed this person?
Steve, you know that you've known him since school.
Yeah, so it's the second time.
I'm zipping it now. I'm zipping it.
This is the first time he's gone on camera.
Today. Yeah. It's been hard to pin him down. Not because he doesn't want to do it, he does, but it's just been hard to pin, work commitments and various things. But it was so. I thought it was so powerful today. What was talked about? I was like, fucking, it just knocked me sideways.
What, his experience or just the
Yeah,
overall?
like listening to his experience and what went on, and we met neighbors and we wanted to meet more neighbors, but they were, they weren't in. But yeah, we had some really frank, honest conversations this morning, and it was like, wow, really nice, really nice.
That's cool. It's good to have that sort of, environment.
Trying to make sense of something that doesn't seem to want to fit into the sense category, like something that doesn't make sense, and trying to kind of like come to terms with it. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's cool. Especially when you're interviewing somebody and the story really,
Do you want to tell them that? Do you want to like outline the kind of case, Steve?
Oh, I wouldn't like to give away any spoilers for the channel.
Spoilers. Fucking hell! This is a story. This is a story like fucking like yeah. It's a fucking humdinger. This one. Yeah. Go on, Steve. Spoiler.
No,
Spill the beans.
No, you don't. You
Spill
don't
the
need
beans.
to. If you don't
Spill
want
the
to
beans.
give too much
No,
away, just basic.
So it's an encounter.
I could tell you in 10 seconds, but it's like you're gonna go. Yeah. yeah. I honestly thought we had a fucking really weird energetic. The energy was charged this morning. It was very charged.
So what is it? It's just the person, the aura, the person sort of conveyed, or just is it just the story? His experience?
First time I've ever been to this place. I've heard the story, but it's the first time I've been to the place. Walking around it and looking at it and hearing about the level of detailed knowledge this person had of what was there and everything, and it's like, wow, it's like, yeah. And there's mysteries around that area too, because there's supposed to be underground tunnels and secret tunnels and things connected with this UFO story.
Yeah, lots of those.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Secret tunnels.
Come on, tell him, Steve. Tell him. Tell him the story.
Well, so it's the person we actually interviewed today. It wasn't his encounter. It was a family member, stroke friend, and auntie. That happened in the 70s.
Yeah.
There was not only just the UFO sighting that they had. People sustained some injury from this flash of the UFO.
And there was physical damage.
And subsequently, the preceding days, they had like people come around the house with hazmat suits and that doing radiation sweeps in the garden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like people turned up and fucked around with things. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes, right? Especially with something as sensitive as this.
Yeah.
But
swipe it under the rug as fast as we can.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
God,
but these are the type of stories that you thought they've all been told, but no, there's always somebody coming out of the woodwork that has that very that authentic story to tell, and it just takes somebody to just sort of latch into it and say, hey, let's run with it. But I mean, yeah, so this is somebody you knew, Steve, right? You know personally. So you're
very, very, very sincere guy.
Yeah,
very down to earth.
I mean,
no bullshit.
this is obviously a story you've heard before.
Yeah.
Right, in the past. So, doing this the way you did the interview, did it seem different? Did he seem different during this interview in telling his story?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. We'd heard the story before. I've actually interviewed him for the Haunted Skies publication book, so I had a full interview with him there. However, this was the first time we'd actually gone back to the location, to the house where he was a child when it all happened.
Yeah.
And so, that's.
It involves family members who
wow.
have keys to the secrets, and they've all gone a bit dark on it because they're like, no, they're like hiding away from what actually
like nothing happened.
Like, yeah, we'll forget about that. Yeah, and it's
Wow.
But it was like the emotions that were like running around this morning. I was like, oh, it was palpable. It was really kind of like, wow.
Powerful emotions.
Powerful emotions, yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I get the feeling.
Yeah.
That's it's always cool to sort of be able to bring a story like that forward. It's one thing that person is able to tell close families and friends and whatever else the story over and over again, but it's one thing to convey it for something that for a broader audience.
Yeah.
And giving sort of new perspective to these people and saying, wow, okay, wow, how come I've never heard of that before? And that's just exactly it. I mean, trying to find these very unique and very, very rare personal experiences that I know a friend of mine, before she passed away, she was working with 5 abductees. People who claim that they were abducted by, whatever, aliens, whatever.
Aliens, yeah.
But she said the stories were just so unique. Unfortunately, she couldn't really say too much because it was a part of a study that she was working on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Yeah, well, yeah, we can ask Matt about that. What, Matt, Steven was asking about Rendlesham before. I mean, I knew a little bit about it, but I know you know a little bit more about Rendlesham, right?
Yeah, well, I've been down there, just walked around and flown the drone and spoken to the people. Some of the people jumped over the fences, tried to find out whether there had any underground bunkers there. Didn't really see any evidence of it, but who knows? Maybe there was. Seemed like it was all surface,
Yeah.
Didn't seem like they had any underground bunkers, which was like challenging because one person's story talked about like an elevator that went down into the ground and it didn't correspond with what we found, but maybe it could have been possibly changed so that we wouldn't find what was there. I don't know, but yeah. There was a lot of head fuckery going on with the Rendlesham incident. That I think is definite.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Heads were fucked and spun.
It wouldn't surprise me with something as big as this, right? I mean, that's a relatively huge story in the UK, right? The Rendlesham aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that there's a lot of head spinning, a lot of head fuckery, as you put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad.
And if it did make it into the news, right, wouldn't you, as an organization, make better plans for concealing it instantly?
Yeah.
I'd change the entrance and,
Yeah. Well, yeah. God knows.
Go ahead,
I
Steve.
mean,
You're going to say something there.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you go on Matt's channel, we did quite an extensive walkthrough the Rendlesham Forest with Colonel Holt, who was the deputy base commander and who obviously went out into the forest that night. And he talks us all through what he saw and where it was and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's on Matt's channel. That was a few years back though, Matt, wasn't it?
yeah, and I mean the guy is he's just such a down to earth guy. You know, he's like, you know, I'm not interested in UFOs really. You know, it's kind of like this is something that was just totally out of the ordinary. You know, like day-to-day life was nothing to do with this shit. You know, it's like this thing just came in and it just went like wow, and it was like, you know, you can tell that it was not something that he really wanted to be part of, but he couldn't lie. He was just telling you what happened, and it was like, well, it was this and this and this and this and this. Oh, you know, I don't know. Well, we don't know. Shit happened. Yeah, and it's like it's a very, very curious case. It's like Britain's Roswell, they call it.
Yeah,
But,
I've heard that several times. Britain's Roswell.
Yeah. And he's such a nice guy as well, Colonel Holt, you know, and he walked everyone around the forest, and I'm like thinking, God, this guy, he's an elderly man. And then I found out, oh, he actually likes hiking. So it's like, oh, so walking actually is his thing, you know, but he's walking along, and I'm like, Jesus, how's this guy walking around like this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's too elderly for this. And he's like, no, I hike. I hike all the time. I'm like, really? I thought I honestly thought we were putting him out, and we were like, this guy's going to be knackered. He's going to be like really pissed off soon, you know, because we were like, you know, he was like, no, I do this stuff all the time. I hike like 50 kilometers and do this and do that. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, fine then. You know, yeah. I didn't want to like put too much on him, you know. I was like thinking we were like pushing him a bit too far, but you know, he's a warrior. Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, it's Rendlesham. Like you said, Rendlesham's the UK's version of Roswell. So I mean, I guess that is like literally the largest, the most reported sort of UFO sort of incident in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even know people who are connected with the case that are on the fringes, and their stories are very weird as well about how the police dealt with them on the night. You know, they were taken and dumped. They were literally taken, driven in a police car, and dumped in a forest, and go like, on your way home, go.
Wow.
So they would just not be able to get to anywhere in time to tell anybody what was going on. Yeah.
Rendlesham, is that the place where you have Skynet Avenue and all those places?
No, that's Corsham. You get confused with Corsham.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw a video from Dan Exploring with Fighters, and you're talking with some police officers with a dog, and there's a police officer that comes and say, "Hey, Mr. Williams." Like, they know him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the friendly police officer, and apparently he no longer has the dog. He's no longer a dog handler. He's still a police officer, but he doesn't dog handle anymore. So yeah, he's a nice guy, and he was the only one who tried to make an effort to try and talk to us. You know, because like all of the rest of them are just like, yeah, what, yeah, like that. But he actually did make an effort to engage and talk. So thank you, Simon.
I love that video. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I remember that.
And because of him, I actually helped out Corsham quite a bit, because I knew some shit was going on there that shouldn't be going on, and I helped them. I reported it. I said, look, guys, yeah, you need to know about this stuff. This is not cool. And they went, okay, thank you very much. I went, yeah, because I'm all, you know, I am a patriot. I believe that our troops should be safe and our secrets should be safe. I'm frustrated that some of these secrets could be things that I want to know, but yeah, you know, you have to have secrets.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a given, right?
Yeah.
Even if Canada is not like a big superpower, I've seen things on military bases that I still cannot talk about to this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there, you know, speaking of military bases, Canadian military bases, I mean, there was one.
You have lots of them that are closed.
One major incident that happened in just outside of Ottawa. I forget where it was.
Leitrim?
Huh?
Leitrim?
Oh, no,
Stephen Yemp says, bit close to Orford Ness. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, we could go into a lot of stuff went on in Orford Ness. There was experimentation up the woo-ha, you know, in Orford Ness.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't just experimenting with radar. They were experimenting with other things too, you know. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff went on over there. And it's kind of like, well, maybe you could. People say like Boscombe Down is Britain's Area 51. Yeah, maybe not. You know, Orford Ness, maybe. Orford Ness has got a lot of stuff has gone on in Orford Ness.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, see, Matt's right there. See, it's like anywhere in the world. If they're going to have a secret base, especially now, what I think is what's happened is previously what we've done is the government have just used old abandoned World War II bunkers because it was convenient, etc. Like Matt knows, he's seen a lot of it. Like he's seen like the Red Door, etc.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Red Door.
Yeah. You know what I mean, like So, but obviously with new funding and all this screaming off the top and whatnot, they'll put bases where they're not accessible like that anymore. They're not. They're in remote locations where it's hard to get to them. Do you know what I mean? Or they'll know that you're approaching it as you get to it now. Like, yeah, they're not. They'll have moved everything now. Like, so I believe anyway.
I personally believe, and I've got a very good heads up on things that just look like office buildings and warehouses, like like a warehouse, unit and vehicles are coming in all day long and coming in and out, and it's like but it's in plain sight and it's underground bunkers and shit's going on.
It's so in your face that you wouldn't think it was there. Like,
It's
the funny thing is they actually are so cheeky that they even call the roads hinted what's going on, and like a caution, they hinted it, in the road names, and it's like if you switched on, you go, hello, no duh, yeah, and then you look and you go, oh look, they've got a sign for the building, and the sign says, basically, I can't because it's official security. I can't reveal. But the sign basically says, if you decipher what it says, "There's a big fucking bunker here." Ha! Yeah. If you can read the code, if you understand the code words and how to decipher what they're trying to say.
Well, and they've got such amazing tunneling equipment now too. So.
Yeah. They flaunt it. They actually flaunt it and put it out there. And they've got signs saying
cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. So
it's right in your face, but you can't see it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The incident I was talking about, Jeff, was the Guardian UFO incident in Carp, Ontario, just outside Ottawa. There. Yeah, we had Ian on to talk about who was involved with it. Matt, I think you popped in for a bit. I remember seeing you, Matt. and you're asking questions about the original video that was posted.
Destination will commence in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
We had Shag Harbor too. We've had a lot of stuff actually.
Yeah,
Lake Erie.
Don was on the show. Don was on the show to talk about Shag Harbor. Oh yeah, that's another interesting incident.
The Falcon Lake incident.
Yes, Falcon Lake. Yeah,
There's a lot of UFOs seen around Erie and on Ontario.
Lake Ontario. I had
what do
my
we-
experience.
What
Lake
do we see
Ontario.
tonight, Steve? Well, there was some weird stuff going on the Salisbury Plain tonight, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was some like
Salisbury is there.
Pulse
Yeah.
stuff.
Pulse.
Yeah.
Pulses of stuff.
Do you use laser? Do you use laser pens? Do you use laser lights to shine back at what you're seeing in the sky?
This was more like, the whole area just goes. It's like something is pulsed, like lightning.
Okay.
It goes all the way for like
With
100
light or
miles.
without light? Like, did you
100
feel
miles.
it or?
Oh no, it's like a split second. It's like a microsecond, but you just see like, everything
Okay.
just goes for like a millisecond.
Just don't worry about that.
And the thing is, earlier on, Steve, when I drove past, Nook Camp was really active tonight. Yeah, there were loads of troops there, and they were walking over that bridge over the road. Yeah, over the little. Oh, mate, they were active as fuck tonight. Or last night, yeah. So it's just kind of interesting that there was some sort of weird, sort of like boom, 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 pulse shit going on. Yeah.
The pulse bit. What would cause that? The pulse bit.
Oh, maybe they're using some sort of energy weapon.
Matrix glitching out.
Directed energy weapon.
Mandela
Interesting.
effect, approach.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, what would that lead to?
What do people say they saw, Steve? I mean, I said because I was driving from a long distance away, and I saw in the distance because I'm driving towards this area, and I saw the whole place go like, and I was like, that's very blue, very ultraviolet, very like electric, like and I was like, but they were close to it. These guys were actually right close to where it happened, and they saw something very different. What did you see, Steve? Or what did people say they saw?
We saw a big bank of clouds, and like almost like you said, almost like lightning, but it was like a steady tempo flashing like that, boop, 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 and it stopped. And it kept going, but it was only coming from one particular bank of clouds. Bit weird. It was concentrated in this bank of clouds. There wasn't anywhere else in the sky,
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. That's wow.
It's a great place to live. It's like I'm living next to the Salisbury Plain. And like you hear the bombs going off, and you hear the missiles, and you hear the drones, and you hear the helicopters, and it's like sometimes you hear weird shit, and weird shit happens. Like I've gone out at night, and I've seen some weird shit. Yeah, some really weird shit. Yeah, yeah.
I think we, like I said, I mentioned to Steve, I said we have to sit down and have like a really in-depth UFO discussion. I'd really like to do that. Have you two guys and possibly some more people.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be really, really good to do that.
And people who live around the Salisbury Plain, they've had like things fall off aircraft and land in their garden. Missiles just like turn up like on the in their gardens and in their allotments, and there's like been tank shells that have been fired, which are meant to go went to go ooh and land there, and they've just got it 1 degree or like a microfraction of a degree wrong, and it just went whoa 15 miles further than it should have, and landed on a train line, which is like passenger train line. Like the shell was like, boof, I'm going to blow up the train line. So like a train could be derailed and people could be killed, because of like training accidents. And yeah, it's like it's just a great place to live. It's like it's all happening. You don't know what they're doing, but it's all happening.
It's always fun to be in an area that's active as hell. Like so, it's quite active here above Lake Ontario. It's really active.
Yeah,
but wow, that's
living in Salisbury's like living in the Truman Show. You never know when a fucking lamp's gonna land on your back garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there are weird stories that you can't reconcile. You go, oh, come on. People have talked about like hills parting and like fucking vehicles driving into the ground, and so like secret like bushes parting and like bunker entrances and like tanks coming out of the ground going ram out of the fucking ground. I'm like, where? I'm like, show me where. And they're like, oh, it was a long time ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, this is where the secret vault gets in here. Come on.
These are the Chinese whisper type territory, but you hear a lot of it. It's like, no, it was like so fucking weird. It was like the ground opened up and then like fucking all these vehicles were coming out and I was like, wow. And somebody said there was a big fucking bunker underneath Stonehenge. Underneath fucking Stonehenge of all places. Underneath Stonehenge.
Wow.
Yeah. Why would you have a bunker underneath Stonehenge? I mean, it's wild stories, not verifiable, but like why would you have a bunker underneath Stonehenge?
Yeah, insane. Underneath Stonehenge.
Have any of you heard of dragonflies? Like, I know you've heard of dragonflies, but as
what, the drones, dragonfly drones?
Yeah. Have you heard of those? Yeah, the small football
Yeah.
sized.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to film some of those. You find anything that goes over the story of these is anything that goes over 500 feet. One of these drones, one of these dragonfly drones, will go up and inspect at around 2,000 to 4,000 miles an hour. And they'll just fly up, inspect whatever's there, and then fly off. But everything, everywhere that takes off from the Earth gets inspected by one of these dragonfly drones.
Wow. Yeah.
They're everywhere. Like everywhere.
I mean, I fly my microlight along happily, just going from a airfield to another airfield, and it's like, oh, is it?
If you got a high-speed camera, you could probably catch one of them.
Yeah, helicopter gunship, like so hovering underneath me. It's like, well, guys, that's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Because like I shouldn't really technically be able to see you underneath me. And they're like, we don't care, we don't care. They're just like fully loaded missiles, gunship, and they're just like they're hiding underneath me as I'm flying. They're using me as cover,
Wow.
They're going along like that, hiding underneath me as I'm flying. I'm like, fucking hell, guys. So I waggle my wings to kind of say, I know you're down there, guys. And then they went, wow. like, yeah, cool. I'm like, fuck's sake, what the fuck? They're a military hardware that like locks on to something else and becomes part of like a 747, and so the radio return looks the same. It's like it's just sitting there behind a 747 going and hiding in its radar track.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking clever stuff. A
lot of the drones up there are for the internet and the planes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to end this.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Right.
what is it?
I'm
3
gonna have a-
o'clock. 3 o'clock in the morning there.
Nice sleep, and hopefully in the morning I'm going to wake up and my brain's going to assimilate some of this information. And I'm going to go,
Matt,
sleep.
Here, I sorry, I ate the last of the Space Raiders. Steve, sorry, man. Thanks for coming on, Steve. Man, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
And Matt, and we'll have to do it. We'll do it, Matt. I'll reach out. We'll do just a round table on all.
I hope tomorrow's better for Matt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be poking my head out the window, like around the corner. Like, is it safe? Is it safe to go out? Fuck.
Sab, good to see you, buddy. Jeff,
and you,
Max, guys, take care. Great times. Really enjoyed it. And
take it easy, Steve. Max.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Much love to you all.
And until the next time, guys, take care.
Namaste.
Everybody in chat, take care. Later.
Bye.
Later.